One day.
Get there one
Just say
day.
it's episode 69 right now. No one would know.
Nope, they wouldn't. We should just start randomly increasing by 7 or something. Like we increase it by the number of months we've missed or something, you know?
Hey, we missed 3 months, so we're on what? 58, 61? Nice.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I mean, honestly, it would be fine. I don't think anyone would really care. They'd be like, oh man, these guys, I've been missing a lot of episodes. We should go find out which ones I missed.
That'd be funny
These
too.
guys
Is
are
like
58.
all those like rankings on those like FGC podcast lists. We'd be like, hey man, we noticed that your episodes have been grossly outnumbered. What's going on?
It's not our fault they keep missing them, okay? They should follow the channel, turn on notifications, ring the bells, you know? That's the way to get it. They just keep missing them.
3 months, man.
I think we got to turn on the bell with the notification.
We've been missing the notifies, bro.
I think
Was it
we're
time for a
notifying the
podcast
wrong
again?
people.
Damn it.
Dude, every
Oh,
time we
got it.
boot one of these up, I'm like, how do we do this again? Do we have voice in Discord or something else? Like,
Yeah, Mike's audio breaks every single time we do one. He's like, wait a second. I don't remember how to do any of this again. Hold on, let me notify
Just
Discord too. Yeah. Listen to my keyboard.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Hey, wait a minute.
old drop it.
I have a slight issue here.
What's your issue?
I don't see MYK's stream.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
I got to
Do
turn
I have
this
to go
on for
to
you guys.
video?
Oh, no.
I got you
You're
guys.
good. You see, Mike's he's relearning how to do all this. He forgot it all for a second.
Boom, there we go. Yeah,
Sweet.
there's a lot of bells and whistles and
God,
knobs
this
and
bottom
things
half
to
of
turn.
the screen is fucking gross.
This is what you guys left us with, man.
You're giving us a lot of options here, Rick. You know,
Suk is not
You can
here
turn the
today.
camera on.
Ricky's camera died a year ago, but we're back. We're episode 58 apparently. We've been on episode 58 for the last like 6 episodes now. Somehow it feels like
It's been a minute. Yeah, no, honestly, it's been there for a minute, right?
we've been in the 50s for a while.
I feel like we've gone through. We've definitely duplicated at least one of the 50s. I'm sure, but I also assume that we skipped like two numbers, so it's like I think we're shorting 50 by at least one episode.
I feel like we were on 50 like back in Tekken 7 season 2 or something, you know. I think we're still on 50s.
God
That's
damn.
depressing.
Yeah, I don't think we've done enough. This used to be was it weekly before?
Most Thursdays before.
Most. Yeah, it was never weekly, I guess, but you know.
Now it's like
we tried.
least Thursday.
Surprise,
Shit,
it's Thursday.
Shit, at least.
At least Thursday. Yeah,
Yikes,
pretty much.
dude.
But yeah, we're back. Ricky, Rip is here. Sukin couldn't make it this week. He had some internet issues, but we're back. 58. There has been some stuff going down in the Tekken world. We're nearing the end of season 1. And then they had an event not too long ago, an exhibition event with the 2 strongest nations going at it to claim who is the strongest in Tekken 8 season
And they
1.
see you?
The 2 strongest, he said it.
The 2 strongest, man. And then Pakistan versus Korea just went down a couple weeks ago. And yeah, how'd you guys think about the event? I'm trying not to spoil it, even though we're gonna spoil it.
You got to spoil. It's 2 weeks ago, bro.
All right, we're gonna
How do you not
spoil it.
spoil
Pakistan cleaned their cocks. That shit was
No,
ass beating.
Hold on. So, because there was 3, it was a 3-day event, right? Because
Yeah.
But only 2
basically
counted.
Korea dominated day 1, though.
Yeah,
They
Korea.
did.
That's what I assumed, right? Korea had a clean sweep day 1, so I assumed that's how the rest of the tournament was going to be. So I slept through the next 2 days, and then Pakistan
Wow.
apparently beat the shit out of them.
Yeah,
No,
I
actually,
mean,
that's a lie though. I did watch a little bit, but it was
Okay.
so late at night too. So obviously I'm not staying up for that. But when I
Mhm.
wake up in the morning and I see the results, and I'm like, oh damn! First of all, 10-2 knee versus Arslan.
yeah, that was a
that's-
big one.
I haven't watched that set, and I'm saving that. I'm like, I need that set just for when I just really need to enjoy some Tekken 8.
Wow.
That's the reason why I haven't watched it yet, because I haven't needed to enjoy
break the
Tekken 8.
glass in case of emergency. Freaking, I need some good ass Tekken in this.
I mean, the thing about that set was it was just like knee played so well that it was like, oh shit, does Nee know how to play Tekken 8 now? Is this like that arc in Tekken 7 where like the first year was really rough and then all of a sudden year 2 Nee was like super powerful? It seemed like we were getting there, you know? And then the rest of the event happened and he became human again, you know? It's like, that's what it felt like at least. He's still way better than he used to be, obviously. He definitely put in a lot of work. You know, he went off, he got married and everything. I think that in that break, I feel like he was gunning for Arslan the whole time. He's like, they're going to do an exhibition, me and Arslan. I'm going to be ready for him. And he was totally prepared.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because, like, if you guys don't know, day one was just exhibitions. So it was 1st to 5 for Edge versus the John, and Edge ended up taking that one. And then it was Ulsan versus Teef, the run back from EWC, the 5-0. And then it's like, oh shit. You know, Atif's beating his ass. This is time for revenge. You know, it's like, like the first, like, I think 3 games, Atif just like beat him up, and then something clicked, and Ulsan just started coming back, and then Ulsan starts pulling ahead, and then it's like you can
He didn't even pull ahead. He was like, he was behind by 2, I think, all the way up to like 8. And then finally it was like 8-8. Then Atif was like, I can't beat him anymore. Like, I was like, what do you mean?
He caught up. Yeah, it's like he just felt like he was deflated after that point. It's like, what do you mean he caught up? Let me try Fang. Let me try Nina. Let me try Kuma. Yeah, like Kuma, Nina just didn't want to believe in the mirror anymore. And then Ulsan ended up taking that dub in the 1st to 10. And then it was the Arslan Nee 1st to 10. And like Ricky said, 10-2 Nee's favor.
Yeah.
So Korea looked mad strong after day 1, and then day 2, it was actually a Waseda style format. So it's like not Pokemon style. Those are usually the 2 most popular style formats that you have for team tournaments. Pokemon style, you send out 1 player, they could OCB the whole team. Waseda, you send out your starter versus their starter, and they have to fight. And then the next 2 tango, and then the next 2 tango, and it's
everyone
so on
gets
and
to
so
play
forth.
that way.
Exactly. So, what can I say? Pakistan ended up dominating day 1. And then I was like, Korea possibly has a chance to tiebreaker in day 2 of the official event. But the format was, what did they call it? I don't even, like, Unleashed format?
Yeah, I think it was Unleashed.
Yeah, it was called
It's like
Unleashed.
Extreme Rule or some shit. It was like some kind of WF pay-per-view, you know?
Yeah, what is this? Backyard brawl rules?
Unleashed. Yeah, it was something. Whatever the name was, you know, I think Korea, Japan did that kind of a format before, right?
Right. Yep. Exact same thing where it's like they're playing for points. 1 player can only win 2 points at a time. Everybody has 2 lives. That's like the easiest way to like kind of try to break that down.
Describe it.
Yeah. And it's like a race to first team points first, and then they win. But yeah.
They got to work on the name though. That
Unleashed.
Unleashed.
What would you call it, Ricky?
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
There's got to be a name for that. Yeah.
Nothing.
I would love a name for it.
Unleashed sounds like a fucking fighting game mechanic.
City of the Wolves, Unleashed. You know?
Raise drive format. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But regardless, the format is still pretty interesting. And, you know, the 2 live format helps there. It was cool either way. You know, Korea started making a comeback at some point in the middle of that. It looked like it was going to get close, and then Pakistan just pulled away again. So Pakistan are the rulers of the Tekken world. I think it's unanimous after the weekend.
Remember near the end though, they had 1 final decision to make, and I think that was like the most tense it got during the whole event. And then they had to choose. They were deciding between. They only had 2 like couple more lives to go because Pakistan was about to win from the points already, right? About to reach 13, and then they were like deciding: do we send in Mogul to clutch out the 2 wins now? Or do we send Lohai right now? Or send in Lohai at the end to clutch out the very end? You know, it's like, that was such a tough call, but you could feel it when you were watching it as a spectator. It's like, damn, who do you send up? You know, it's like, maybe they should have sent up Lohai right there. But they ended up going with Mogul. Mogul wasn't able to secure it. But, you know, that's kind of how it goes for team tournaments, man. You got to live and die with those decisions.
Lohai and Mogul are going to play in a tournament sometime, and Lohai is going to beat Mogul and then look at Korea and just be like, you should have chose me.
Nah, but you know how it goes, bro. Like, if you had put Lohai in that situation, he might have lost the same way. Mogul
of
actually,
course, but you got to believe.
Oh, you have to. No, the thing is, I think Mulgold was winning, right? He was about to close out. He had like an 80% lead or something. And then he's all like, oh, wait, I'm about to win. Let's play defense. It's Tekken 8. We can block everything. Then instantly died. I was like, bro, rough.
Yeah,
It was still a very fun watch.
Fighting to survive instead of fighting to win at that point. It happens a lot in Tekken 8. As soon as you're like, oh, shoot, I got a big life lead. And my natural fighting game instincts are saying, like, I could chill out, sit on the life lead. And nope, Tekken 8, one engager, and then mix up. All goes downhill really fast. But yeah, Pakistan takes it over Korea pretty convincingly on the official days. Day 1 and 2, they ended up winning both days. So no tiebreaker.
Were you guys surprised? Or were you expecting Korea to win?
Only because of day 1, it was kind of a surprise. Like, I think if you hadn't seen day 1, then it was kind of like a coin flip to me what was going to happen. But after day 1, it was like, yo, knee is crazy now. Like, how much do these guys prepare? And then you watch day 2 and you're like, oh shit, Pakistan is ready. Like, and it wasn't that surprising. The other thing about Pakistan, I knew they were going to be really strong because they had Numan, Farzeen, and what's that kid's name? The Claudio, Hafiz Tanvir.
Yep.
Like those 3, I knew were going to be really hard for Korea because everyone, when you're looking at a Pakistan team, you're looking at Arslan, the John, Atif, right? Like those are the main 3 you have to focus on. So I knew those other 3 were going to be major killers that they weren't going to give as much attention to, and that's basically what happened. Numan just beat the crap out of everybody.
Yeah,
I thought if one player that was going to slide through like undetected, not undetected really, because Numan's hella good.
Everyone knows him, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like at the same time, it's like he's probably the one that no one's gonna prepare for, just because like, bro, Steve, come on, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, who plays Steve in 8 except him? He's like the best one. But yeah, Hafiz also ended up taking it at the very, very end. Super young blood. There's just a lot of like young blood Pakistani players that are just like super good, and he's super scary. Usama also super scary too. So yeah, a lot of young, talented Pakistan players that still have like many more years to compete. And
speaking of that too, the coolest thing was when it was snowing afterwards.
Oh yeah.
And then you just saw like Farzeen and all these other Pakistan guys like seeing snow for the first time in their lives, like in Korea. Like Farzeen just had like the biggest smile on his face, like just standing in the street, like spinning around, filming. I was like, bro, this is crazy. Like these kids, they're from Pakistan in Korea only because of Tekken, and then they get to see snow for the first time ever. That's like so wild.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Getting to see those tweets from Spag and everybody else that was there, Brown Man and all that. Yeah, big shout outs to them too, Obama for commentating. But yeah, them posting that stuff on the socials, like just seeing people's first reactions to snow, I felt like, dude, Disney princess moment for the first time. It's like seeing magic for the first time, right? Like, what the hell is this?
Dude. He was like in a snow globe as a Disney princess.
I legit thought Farzeen was gonna start trying to make snow angels on the concrete on the road. It's like the snow's not even down there yet. It's like, fuck it, I got it.
This is how it works, bro.
This is what they do in movies, right? This is what they always do when it starts snowing.
Oh my gosh.
That's just awesome. But yeah, good stuff to Pakistan. I think we could pretty much safe to say Pakistan number 1 season, number 1 and the end of season 1 for Tekken 8. But yeah, you guys already know where this is going.
Season 2 is coming.
Woo! Season 2, they just had a Tekken Talk, but they had a Tekken Talk like a month ago, right? They were talking all about, you could sidestep from crouch now, you could buffer sidesteps for strings, you have a round start buffer for inputs, and then even right before the official Tekken Talk, the most recent one, Evo FGC released a video and they were putting out like all this talk about, we noticed that it was too oppressive in season 1, so we wanted to make it a little bit more even on the defensive side. They were gassing up defense a lot, right?
Yeah.
And they even like the highlighted picture that you saw on Twitter from that video that you saw a lot there, it was just mentioning more 3D lateral movement and more defense, right? So that's what I think a lot of people were going into the Tekken Talk expecting to hear.
I think that was video came out the day before the Tekken Talk.
Literally
maybe 2 days before?
A day before. It was like literally a day before, yeah. So they had the dev talk, right? Coming this spring. Boom, right? So they had this video over on Evo FGC, and then literally the day after, they're all talking about defense and how like offense seemed really strong in season 1, and they're talking a bunch of that stuff. But in the Tekken Talk, they actually did not go over what it felt like a single defensive situation, any new tweaks to the defensive mechanics, show us one example of like a sidestep or two. None of that was shown. It was nothing but offense, 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 offense.
Yeah, like the only defensive things they showed were like, this is -10 now, so you can punish it. Like, oh, okay. It didn't seem, based off everything that we had seen prior to that, that was the defense we were looking for, right? Like, it just wasn't well structured. I would say.
Mm. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I mean, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I want to believe that they could that these guys could show me the defensive options, but you have Nakatsu. You saw Nakatsu try to do a damn combo in that Tekken Talk, dude. I can't imagine these guys trying to show off sidestepping in a
Hey, pause right there.
in a dev talk.
This is the crazy thing for this other video. They said we're adding the ability to recover about 30% health from the actual damage inflicted. And, it's a translation, and it's something about grounded state in heat. And I had no idea if they meant heat for the opponent, heat for the player that
I was thinking the same thing during this part.
And is it like on the ground, lying down, or is it just in neutral, not in a juggle state grounded? Which it's hard to tell with the translations.
Doesn't make sense anyways, because when you get launched during heat, most of the damage is gray anyways. And when you're grounded, like almost all of the grounded damage is gray. So I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about, Kobe Bryant?
This is why you don't look at these things as like patch notes. You just look at these as like just little notes that the developers are just saying. And then you just take it for what it is and then wait for the actual patch notes to come out to tell you what they want you to see. And then you actually have to play the game to actually know what the real patch notes are.
Sounding a lot like Twitter, Ricky.
No, honestly, Ricky's got the right mindset here. See, I think there's a lot of people like us and me who are too deep in. We're like way too deep and invest in every single word that they put out, right?
Yeah.
So it's like when they say or show anything, you're like, wait, what? And like you're like, that can't be it. You're over processing all the information.
True.
And Ricky's like, yeah, devs are talking, whatever, we'll see.
Because bro, it's like devs say whatever. They gotta say something because fans are obnoxious assholes that won't shut the fuck up. So devs have to be obnoxious assholes that don't shut the fuck up in order to drown them out. So now you just got a bunch of obnoxious assholes that are just trying to make a video game or play a video game. All I can hope for, though, is that the patch notes don't suck.
Because they're big, right?
The patch notes are like an actual
1,500
insight
changes
to what the developers actually want their game to go towards.
Yeah,
and that's the scary part.
It's gonna be big. I mean, I think one of the big takeaways from this Tekken Talk in particular is that there are going to be a lot of changes. The game is going to look and play a lot differently than we had in season 1. Like just from watching a couple of show matches that they showed us, right? Like there's a lot of new stuff that's in there. So you multiply that by 20 because the number of characters that they showed, whatever, and there's gonna be a lot. So it's gonna be substantially different than season 1, but it feels like the vibe of the gameplay is gonna be pretty similar.
Yeah, I think
the one thing I'm curious though is like when or will Tekken 8 ever have its FR or BR or DR?
I think that's what people were. I think that's what people were expecting this season to be. The start.
I don't know if they were expecting it, but they were definitely hoping for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like in my mind, like that kind of a drastic change.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess it's not necessary anymore, obviously, because they're going straight console. It's not on arcade anymore, so you can't really do. I mean, you could do that, but I think that the season thing is so much more easier for devs to do. But it's like I always assume like a DR or something like that is almost like a system reset where they can fuck with the system and do a bunch of changes to it.
True.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like it felt like they tried to do that, or it feels like they're going to try to do that for season 2, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be a DR type of situation where it's going to feel different enough.
You know why I don't feel like it's DR yet? Look at the life bars.
Life bar colors, yeah.
They're still
it's like-
yellow, dude.
That's
They
the curse.
know. Yeah, but I think, back to Ricky's point, I think that's also kind of the issue here. It's like, yes, there are system changes, right? There's a lot of sidestep changes that they're implementing and everything. So they are doing stuff with the systems that they're changing. They're changing how you can heat engage and crouch afterwards now. There are changes to the system, but usually when you go from like a Tekken 5.0 to a DR or 6.0 to BR or whatever, right? It's usually a toning down of things. I like that's generally how that's gone. In this case, it doesn't feel like there's a toning down. And I think that's kind of the issue. It feels more like the season 2 to season 3 of Tekken 7 or season 3 to season 4. It feels like that kind of a power creep sort of situation happening to the characters, even though we haven't seen all the changes yet, right? But just from what they showed us with like King, for example, or even Deviljin, right? Like who it's a character that might need some of that stuff. It feels like that kind of a seasonal update rather than a let's rein things in and make everything solid before creeping everything up. So I feel like they skipped the part where they rein everything in before scaling everything up.
This feels more like Tekken 7, almost maybe more like 7.0 to FR, because that to me was more of a ramp up. Like, all right, Rage is just Rage. Now we got to give him Rage Drive or whatever the fuck it was called. I already forgot.
I think that was even later.
Yeah,
you add all that shit. It felt like the game became full during Tekken 7. FR, whereas like then they started ramping up season 1, season 2. I think this is like they're just stuck on 8.0, but we're getting 8.0 season 2, which is that's if you and historically every Tekken, I want to say even back to like Tekken 3, if you played the 0.0 version of any of those games, they usually were not good. Like competitively, like you would, you would get it like a year out of it or whatever, and then eventually Namco would patch out whatever problems there were in the arcade, maybe
5.0, 6.0, a Tag 2 before Unlimited, Tekken 7 before FR. There's always
7. 7 is the only one that like that one was bad, but only because it was boring more than it was.
Well, it also had like
remember
the
Shaheen
combos and stuff too.
Remember Paul unscaled like sideways death fist into trooper roll into like 90%. Like
you telling me Spiro's down 4-2 death fist combos didn't get you hype? That shit was dope. Are you kidding me? Down 4-2 death fist combo over.
You didn't have Eddie Gordo back then, bro.
The combo over.
Damage. That shit did enough damage where people were like,
I forgot about that.
Fuck it, let it rock.
It's like,
I totally forgot about that. When they were like, you can do shorter combos, and at first it's just gonna hurt like hell.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's perfect for a Paul player. I'm just gonna do death fist right as soon as I launch. It's just perfect.
Man.
Season 2, not exactly where we thought it was gonna be. Like we were thinking it's like DR update, Tekken 5 to DR type of update, but
we don't know yet.
True, we don't know the full picture yet.
Yeah. There's a lot more to come still.
But let's go check out the Tekken Talk live for the latest one. They had some like rule updates for the finals and stuff. They had real quick, they're doing top 4 for the tour tournaments, all first to 3 now. So that's completely new. There's also a bunch of tournaments starting it off in May. There's
May 5.
That's crazy, dude.
They have a Master Plus, 2 Challengers, and 2 regular Masters. So you got Evil Japan, Brussels Challenge, Combo Breaker, Ed Stomper, and Battle Arena Melbourne.
I mean, just think about that from like a player perspective. Whoever picks up the game and learns it the best in that first month for season 2. Like if you're say an Anna player and people aren't ready for Anna in that first 2 months, like you could run away with a shit ton of points and be like, all right, see you guys at the finals. I'm out of here. Like
that's what Arslan need to do. Arslan picks up Anna, wins Evo Japan, Combo Breaker, and then he can go on vacation to Big Evo in Vegas.
Yeah. No problem. I mean, at that point, like you can even like switch your flight because Head Stomper and Ballerina Melbourne on the same weekend. So you can choose, do I need challenger points or master points now? Like pretty wild.
True. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. May starting it off for TWT this year, looking to be pretty wild. And this is what we're talking about. Top 4 going to be instead of just winners finals, losers finals, and grand finals being first to 3, and you have that one losers semis right before the losers finals where it's still first to 2, basically that set is going to be now a first to 3 now. So it's going to be like a little bit easier to follow. You watch the winners finals as first to 3, losers semi also first to 3, losers final first to 3, and grand finals. So easier to follow, hopefully, and a little bit more matches then, I guess, for that top 8.
Coaching rules at all.
Oh yeah,
the coaching is so bizarre.
Yeah, they changed that. Yeah.
I don't know what is even bizarre about it.
So the part that's bizarre is that tournaments can have their own rules, and there's not a format. If the tournament does not specify rules, then you follow the TWT rules. So like technically, like say we have a dojo event, right? We're gonna run another South Bay Masher or something, and we can be like, well, you have unlimited coaching. You can have 5 coaches at the same time, 5-minute breaks between every match. Totally tournament legal. It's totally TWT legal, right? Like, why? That's the part that's bizarre to me. Otherwise,
I think honestly, the way that it's worded is basically, we're not gonna fucking police this shit. You guys police it. But if you guys want rules, here's some guidelines you could follow. That's basically all they're saying. Because any tournament that does that says like, here you can have fucking 20 coaches, that tournament is not serious and is fucking sick. And
exactly.
Awesome. Right?
I'm saying when we run the next South Bay Masher, unlimited coaching. The entire crowd is allowed to coach simultaneously.
Damn.
Perfect. But only for 5 seconds. so you got to get all your coaching in 5 seconds in one breath.
There we go. All right. Official rules, TWT, dojo event. See you guys at South Bay Masher. Like,
second over, banned for the next one.
Yeah, you're not allowed to talk for the rest of the night.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, tournament settings. Yeah.
There's a VSync setting. Yeah.
True.
So I guess the consoles now have a VSync option, and the rules are going to say that it has to be on, but they may change that later. So VSync on usually has more input lag, but it off means you might get screen tearing, which would be bad for a stream setup, because then that means the viewers at home might see screen tearing, which wouldn't be good presentation wise. So it's kind of a weird rule. I don't know why they even showed us. They should have just never even had the option there. But
what is it at currently? Because if they don't have it for console,
it's always been on. It's always been on.
Okay.
Yeah. So now it's an option turn off, similar to how the arcades used to have it in Tekken 7, how you had the VSync on as default, and you had to get a banner pass to turn it off. So it was that kind of an option. But if you have a good monitor that has variable refresh rate, then it doesn't even matter really. So tournaments just have to have good monitors, I think, is the takeaway for this for me.
All right.
So that's also a tournament by tournament standard too.
Yep.
Nice.
Here's some guidelines. Check it out.
Yep.
But yeah, first additional character of season 2, which is going to be Anna. We're going to be getting into it. Large scale battle balance adjustments, rank match specification changes, other improvements to features. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into Anna. So they showed a bit about Anna, and she looks kind of crazy, man. What you guys think about Anna?
I think like when I was at this point in the video, I was still into it. I was like, all right, season 2, let's go. Okay, Anna, I want to pick her up. She looks kind of cheap. She's got like kind of like that Clive effect though, where like she's got that one, what is it, forward 2, I think, high homing, high. It's a homing high attack, but it's like its range is like enormous. It's like that kind of a move. I don't like those moves in Tekken. To me, they're just very Tekken 8 style moves.
But isn't that her old forward 2 anyways? It's the
same
kind of move. It's just with the bazooka now.
It seems so much farther though.
It's way farther. Yeah, it's way farther than it was.
Yeah.
That's the part that bothers me.
All right, I guess like functionally it's the same move, just bigger range. But
yeah, exactly. So like that looks cool. I mean, and then they showed, I think there was like a running 3, I think it is, like a running slide into the bazooka thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's on counter hit or he didn't counter hit or what.
The Tekken Talk, they still had the counter hit on, and I'm really hoping it's only connects on counter, because if that's a normal hit, 16 frame slide into heat, boom, 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 triple shot, and it's only -1 if you do that, by the way. It's 64 damage with the counter hit on. It's probably going to do 60 without the counter hit. But either way, that's a freaking more than Steve's counter hit down forward 2. Like, this is a problem. And that's one move. Like, and that's a low. Remember last time they did that to a low? That's called a Kuma, man.
Look, man, when you're comparing it to Steve, I feel no remorse. You got to compare it to something that normal people can compare it to and like feel bad about.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of the booty ender for the Bears, probably, Ricky. You understand that?
You don't know that.
They probably will, though.
Yo, shout out to Metal Cap for the raid. But no, the running low, also running attacks are easier to do in this game, right? I was thinking like Lucky Chloe running low was probably the closest kind of move I could think of that was this easy to execute, probably.
But
for running low attack in Tekken?
Did they specify if it was like an actual running move or you had to take 3
It's a running move. Yeah.
No, not like one of those type of running slide moves, but it's just a regular running move. You can do it instantly.
So it's just input
triple
3,
forward.
4.
Yeah. Dragon off, running 2.
A little scary.
Yeah.
You know what's some really messed up part? You could buffer the whole run during heat engager. So it's like heat engager plus 17 to 16 frame running low buffered. Sick. What are you gonna do? You can't even
sick.
You can't even low parry it, and it's -1 if you block it. Cool.
Yeah. And you get heat every round, guaranteed. You know,
I think a problem too that a lot of people had was when Murray was like, at this point, it's like she's doing this ridiculous low that's only -1, and it's like it's a slide too. And he's like, don't worry, guys. It's only in heat. And I'm like, okay, guys, don't worry about Kuba. He's literally just Panda without heat. It's like, literally the same character if you don't think about heat, right? So it's like, don't worry, guys. Like, what?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like when he said that, so here's the thing too, right? During this Tekken Talk, they're all looking at the chat, right? And you know, I'm talking about all the developers on the roundtable, right? So they're seeing chat freak out and they're saying anything they can to calm everyone down, right? So it's like everyone sees the damage because for me, when I saw that move, I didn't think about, wait, what just happened? It's just like I just saw the life bar chunk. And I was like, wait, what the hell just happened? Like that was crazy. And I realized what it was and I put 2 and 2 together. So I feel like everyone had an initial reaction that was like, what the hell was that? And so the chat probably goes off. Michael Moore's like, don't worry, guys, it's in heat. You know, like not even trying to formulate about why or anything, just like, let's say something to calm the masses, I think.
I hope they weren't reading the chat, but if they were,
they definitely were.
And I'm sure they were. Yeah, that's never a good look.
They're always talking about the chat during the Tekken Talk.
Definitely not read the chat while doing it.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Especially because the whole point of these things, like I understand, like you're not trying to show off Anna and then be like, but this is launch punishable. You know what I mean? Like who the fuck's trying to buy a character with the launch punishable move? You gotta hope that this bitch only comes with the -10 moves at worst. Right? Because that's how they gotta treat her fucking cheap immediately, and then
you gotta sell her.
Do we even like that, man? Like, I mean, okay, look, we always talk about does anybody, you know, like, does anybody actually go out and purchase these characters because they're totally bullshit?
No, hell no.
I don't think so, right?
I do, but I would probably buy them regardless.
I don't know. I feel like it usually, from what I've seen from Tekken at least, right? Like you look back at Leroy or Falkenbaum and everything, it makes people not want to play the game. So at least that was my experience. So I would rather it not be bullshit.
Two differences though. You can't goon to Falkenbaum.
True. Also, very true.
Look, man, you also have to remember your audience is a bunch of fucking freaks. All right.
Okay, I see. Roy's like, yes, you can. That Falkenbaum guy.
I guess, technically, I guess you can.
He's the Falkenbaum, man. Yeah, sure.
Knees and elbows, sure.
Not with that attitude.
I guess I underestimated the Falk Gooners. My bad.
And you know what's another crazy thing to me is that they're adding Anna, and we all know her full crouch mix-up is her strong suit, right? And then they added the ability to be able to go into full crouch after a heat engager. Which is still plus 17, by the way. So it's like 17 plus 17 into instant full crouch sweep at 21. You can't even hop kick that low. You can't even put yourself airborne.
Here's what I don't understand about this too, right? Like they said that Yoshi cannot do heat engager into sword sweep.
Yeah, you need
to. He can't.
It's like a CL 1.5 thing where you have to be fully crouched for a bit. And then he could access that sword sweep. It's kind of kind of been there, I think, for that sword
So
sweep.
what about Anna's then?
I don't think she has that limitation on her sword sweep or her sweep from full crouch.
Oh, really?
Not
That's
like
cheap.
not like that.
No, not like
So-
Yoshi.
So does that mean Law can't do slide either?
I don't
Slide's a little
think you
different because-
it's a full input. This is like
Yeah.
just you got to do like a full motion input. This is just direction and button.
Because slide's technically a
Yeah.
stance in a sense because you got to get into the the slide motion before. you can
yeah,
actually
your
do
character
slide.
got to do the wiggle first.
No, I understand that. What I'm saying is like you're gonna heat engage into crouch, right?
Mhm.
And then so Yoshimitsu from crouch, can't he just do like was it down back one or is it down forward one? I forget.
Forward one.
Down
Yeah.
forward one
I
or
don't know if
back
they-
one is the cheap one. The full
Right.
crouch
But I'm
back
saying like
one.
that the idea though is still that you go into crouch and you're just hitting that one input, right?
But yeah, you need to be in crouch fully CL2 at least, not
Mhm.
1.5, and then you can access
Okay.
the sword sweep. But
So
Yeah,
Anna's
it-
isn't the same requirement, is what you're saying.
yes, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Interesting.
It's always been like that for Yoshi too, because this sword sweep, there's always like a slight delay before you could actually get access to it while
Yeah.
you're in
Mhm.
crouch. Like you have to crouch at least, for like 30 frames or something like that. I don't know how many actual frames you got to do it,
If
but
you guys don't know what we're talking about, check out Kilo KILO
Yeah.
YouTube channels, crouching level 1.5. This is something that existed in Tekken forever, and this is basically how moves work when highs are active on screen. Whenever there's a high active on screen, you try to do down forward 2 and you got a full crouch dick jab, full crouch 2 or something. That's why. It's like a system thing. Ganryu, if you guys have played Tekken 7, full crouch down forward 2 is not affected by any crouching level whatsoever. So Ganryu for full crouch down forward 2, you could literally do it in the middle of Law's 1-1-1 string. Like you don't even have to wait. While King's gut punch, try to get that gut punch out in between Law's 1-1-1. You'll never get it out because there's a high active on string. So that's basically what we're talking about. Easiest string that you could replicate that in this game right now is Brian's 1-4-2. That 2 will be your indicator on if your crouching level move comes out instantly or not. So for Zafina, you could just do mash down forward 3 after 1-4 from Brian. And if you did the 2, you'll get the full crouch sweep. If not, you'll just get standing down forward 3. So those are an easy way to test it. But yeah, heat engager plus 17 is the issue that I wanted to go back to. I really thought that with season 2, with a bunch of these pro players saying that a lot of these plus frames from these situations are too much, and plus 17 off of safe heat engagers that people are just throwing out all the time in neutral anyways. And now you're going to give a character that has a full crouch sweep access to full crouch after you engage with the plus 17? Pretty fucking crazy.
So we're saying it's still plus 17 based off what we've seen in this video, right?
Yes.
And so like there's a chance it's not when we get the patch notes, right?
I'm
like there's a
praying.
chance.
I'm praying.
But let's say it is plus 17, right? Like why are they so hard stuck on this number 17? Like why didn't they say plus 15? Like isn't that still substantial enough? Why does it have to be 17?
Yeah. It's
I don't
plus,
know. And that's the part that's so confusing to me.
I think it's something to do with like the whole run-in animation and whatnot, but can't they just like shave it off at the end, so it's not plus
A couple
17?
more frames? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it either. The plus 17 makes me think about old school slash kicks. Remember plus 17 slash kicks, plus 17 G slash kicks? That's kind of what it makes me think of. It's like blocking a T5 slash kick, but this is from a safe heat engager that you just throw it out all the time, and you could go into crouch now after. It's pretty wild. I mean, I honestly thought by season 2, why are they so stuck on plus 17? What's wrong with plus 9? Like plus 9 is more than enough, I think.
It's like, a lot.
Yeah. Why do you have to be 17?
I don't know. That's why I was asking. Because if they haven't changed it, and surely they've heard the feedback, right? Because there have been multiple players that have talked about this. It's weird to me that it feels like there must be another reason for them to keep it like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what it was, but I'm just saying, like, it just seems so odd because usually they do try to listen to the feedback from players. It feels like so, and this one seems to be one of those ones that I saw a lot of top players talking about throughout the entire year. It wasn't like just the last couple weeks or something, right? It's been forever
since like launch. Yeah, all year.
Yeah. So and like there's the examples of other moves that are plus What doesn't matter.
Dude,
Point being,
remember Heat Dash at the wall at launch used to be plus 18 minimum, and then they changed that, and they got rid of it completely.
Oh, yeah.
I really thought they were going to do that with heat engagers too. It's like, why do we need double plus frame? You know, like more than plus 15 in some scenarios. You know, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's so hard to be positive about these changes when they show us this video, like right before, like it's a week before this comes out, right? So like you got to believe that what's in this video is most likely what it is. Like the positivity in me says, did I even say that word right? The positivity in me says
you did it,
like,
but it's fine.
Maybe there's a chance it will not be plus 17 anymore, you know? But when you watch the video a week beforehand,
it's still plus 17. Like it's gonna be plus 17.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the only way they can counter all the problems, well, not even all the problems, but like a lot of the problems that I would say like the pro type, the majority of pros I would think have issues with is like they're just gonna buff health recovery in a sense, and that like to me feels like a backwards way to fix everything if they even go that route, you know, because it's like it feels like heat is still strong. Plus 17 is always going to be good, no matter who the fuck, what character you're playing. Yeah. And then it's like, obviously, all the options you get in heat can drain you like crazy. So I'm assuming that whatever damage you're getting done to in heat or whatever, then maybe they might be buffing up health regeneration so that you don't feel so dead after you block everything. But I can't imagine that they're going to even try doing anything drastic like that either. So definitely feels more like they're just going season 1 harder. It's like more chip damage, more heat engager, more heat.
Speaking of more chip damage, what do you guys think about this debuff that she has? 4 chip damage.
Oh my god.
4 it does like heat chip to Nina without her being heat activated. So everything chips her. Everything chips her.
Yeah. And even so, it's anytime she uses that RPG on you, you get debuffed even on block. So if you block the RPG thing, all of a sudden you have the debuff. And the only way you can lose the debuff is by hitting Anna.
Yeah.
So until you hit her, you take chip on everything. Everything.
That's kind of crazy. Hey, remember when they said they were going to reduce chip?
Yeah, that was the thing. They said they're going to reduce chip, and then they gave the next character in the game a debuff that gives you always chip.
A chip like, mechanic.
Yeah.
Less, not more, dudes. What were you saying, Ricky?
No, I was saying someone in the chat was like scared that they gave Anna one of Nightmare strings. And it's like, yeah, makes sense. It's like all these Soul Calibur moves are in this game now. So it makes sense that she just has a big ass she wields Soul Calibur on her back.
That's what that big ass rocket is. Yeah. Tom my ass, dude. That's Soul Calibur, dude.
Damn, that's the fucking Soul Calibur's carcass on her back. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
That's me.
I mean, yeah, and there's definitely been people talking a lot about Soul Calibur developers on this game recently too. You know, I saw
it's obvious.
I saw a lot of those
all over the game.
Is it that obvious? Like, okay, someone like I've played every Soul Calibur since 2, but like not seriously, right? So you've played a lot more Soul Calibur, Ricky. Like, what's your thoughts on it? On that?
It feels. I mean, just in general, this game feels like I wouldn't say like the design of the game is Soul Calibur like, but it's just like it feels like there's a lot of influences from that game when it comes to not even like design decisions or whatever. It's just like some of them, like a lot of the moves and a lot of the philosophies I feel like came from Soul Calibur. I can't really be specific about it because Soul Calibur 6 I stopped playing once they had that rock paper scissors mechanic in it.
Oh yeah,
which was right off the beginning.
Reversal edging. Yeah, that shit was. Oh man,
I'm sure they fixed that right and they made it better, but I haven't played since.
Yeah, so like for me, when I think about Soul Calibur, like my favorite one was 2, and then I felt like every game they kept on moving moves around, which pissed me off because I was trying to learn a character and like carry over that legacy knowledge, and it's like it was frustrating. But then they also adding on more and more mechanics like meter and that sort of thing, and I was like, does this fit here? And like I remember it never really feeling like it clicked right for me. Like I never really wanted to think about the meter, even in Soul Calibur, right? So when Tekken had this heat system, I was kind of happy. Like, oh, they didn't commit to a full meter system, but it is a resource, right?
Yeah, Soul Calibur was more like traditional meter.
Traditional
where you have
meter,
to,
yeah.
like,
You got to
build it up and then use it, yeah.
Exactly, right? So I was like, oh, so Tekken took a different approach with a resource. But obviously it's proving a difficult resource for them to implement and balance, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, because when the first word that comes out of your mouth when you're talking about this game is aggression, you don't leave yourself much wiggle room to try to tone down the aggression. You imagine you turn up heat and then your character starts backdashing. Like, what the fuck?
They get their Tekken 7 backdash back.
Yeah, what?
Honestly, dude, okay, so look, I was making dumb jokes before the season information came out, right? And I was like, dude, they're gonna add ice mechanic. Just you wait and see, right? To counter the heat, there's gonna be ice. It's gonna give you big side steps, big backdash, and all this kind of bullshit, right? And now that they didn't do that, I'm kind of sad. Like, I thought that was a dumbass idea to add these like dumbass defense mechanics. But now that I've seen that the direction seems to be, like you were saying, like a doubling of season 1 almost, in terms of direction, I'm like, okay, maybe my dumbass decision or idea was actually kind of reasonable in contrast.
Oh man, this is the long play, dude. They're gonna add like an extra mode or extra like gauge that you can
Please
bounce around in season 3.
Please don't.
I don't want any more resources. I want less resources, right? That's why I thought it was a dumbass idea. Right,
Street Fighter 4, man, when they just kept adding more ultras and more ways to do focus attacks. Street Fighter
Ultra 5, 2.
It's gonna be the same thing, man. This one
Ultra W, V shit.
A second rage art.
Oh God! Oh my God!
Damn, somebody in the chat said put them in a weakened state when they run out of heat, like burnout.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Damn, everything's launch punishable. I'm down with that.
I don't know, man. It's so hard to balance this mechanic in general.
It's so hard to balance.
Yeah, there's the running 3, by the way.
Yeah, running 3, 2.
Boom, boom.
I'm fucking around with that idea in my head, and I'm thinking like, what if you kill the opponent in heat, then the next round you start in heat, but you still have the same debuff once you get out of heat. It's just like a real fight, man. It's like if someone knocks you down at the end of the second round, in the third round you're still fucked up, and I'm still amped.
Man, we are so old.
Dude, look how much damage this slide does, man. Like, what the?
I'm pretty sure that's counter hit only, by the way.
That was counter.
I'm hoping it is. Because they have counter hit on.
Yeah, they never showed it. I don't think they ever showed it without counter hit. So it's like. And that's
but didn't they only have counter hit on for like a previous example and they just forgot to turn the counter hit off? Or I think
so.
I don't know if it's for sure only counter hit or not. So
yeah, we don't.
Of course we don't. But
at the
+2, +2 at the wall, like, bro, a low that's plus, like, bro, I've been here before. I've seen it all before. Down 3 fireball FADC.
Can you not interrupt her? You think?
No way.
Between the slide and the missiles?
No, I don't think so.
It doesn't look like you can. I mean, like maybe you can sidestep it or something, but unlikely, I think.
No, look right there, right?
There's like a gap. Like you're thinking there's a big enough gap to interrupt.
But maybe with that new buffered sidestep,
maybe
it'll come out of frame 1 and you'll sidestep around it. Could be.
You can step the shots after you block the low. Maybe that could be some counterplay
with the new buffer, because that's what the new season 2 sidestep is supposed to do, right? It's supposed to let you sidestep as soon as your character is able to.
God, I hope Anna has aim like you and not good aim. I hope when she shoots a rocket, that shit goes straight.
You're talking about Mike, right? Yeah, I know you just said like you. You didn't just clarify. Fuck you.
Why are you getting so defensive? I'm chilling, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. See how that went? I know what he's talking about.
Oh man, that's funny.
I didn't name names.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anyways, what were we talking about?
Yeah.
Soul Calibur, heat mechanic, hard to balance.
Oh yeah, back on the Soul Calibur talk though, real quick. What do you guys think about like the Soul Calibur influence? The devs didn't have anywhere to go, so they kind of just like fused into the Tekken team. And now we're seeing a lot of Soul Calibur influence.
You make it sound like it's unwanted. Like, God, they got infected with Soul Calibur.
It's like those cartoons with like the extra head popping out of their shoulder. It's like, God, I got a sister brother now on my arm.
Okubo's growing out of Harada's shoulder again. Oh.
I mean, honestly, like I feel like there is heavy Soul Calibur influence, right? And it feels like less of a Tekken game than the previous Tekken game. So I think when you just combine those two thoughts, I saw somebody actually put together on Twitter, like, which I don't advocate this, but like somebody went through and they were putting together the list of like employees at the company who have worked on Tekken 8 that were previously on a Soul Calibur title, essentially, right? So I was like, damn, people are actually upset about this. Like, if people are doing that already, then you know this thought is way out there. It's beyond just like maybe there's some influence here. You know, it's like people want to know for sure. And like, you know, you look at the positions, it's like, you know, game designer, lead game designers, etc., that were previously on Soul Calibur, now lead game designers on Tekken 8. So it's not like, you know, you're making this up. Like, there's actually people who are in these positions now. You know, whether, you know, what they're doing exactly, we don't know, obviously, right? But it's rough, man. And I think the one thing we haven't talked about in the video yet, which we're going to talk about later, I assume, is that throw break thing. And like, that was a Soul Calibur thing, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's not cool. We can get to that when we get to that, but man, dude.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I guess the next thing we could get to. So any final thoughts on Anna? She has this enhanced sweep, which she already had the input for in 7, but it just used to give her more damage. Now it just has a visual thing. She has this new mid from full crouch now to mix up her full crouch sweep with, which
her
is
heat smash.
And her 13 frame heat smash that high crushes hard, and heat smashes still interact with stage gimmicks, which I was hoping that was gone in this version, but we're still gonna see smash,
hard wall break
into hard wall break or floor break into all your life. We're still gonna see those in season 2 because I just love those. And
what, you don't love them? Be clear, Mike. You have to. Apparently, we weren't clear enough. You love those, Mike?
I fucking hate that shit, Namco, and I wish that shit was gone month 2. But here we are in season 2. I'm just saying.
Okay, you back away from the microphone, bro.
Okay. Oh yeah, and her heat smash also debuffs them, which is crazy.
Oh yeah, that too.
I hate the fact that her hair looks like Magneto's fucking helmet. Like, it's just turned on sideways. Look, go back to that. Go back to her portrait real quick. It just looks like Magneto's helmet just turned sideways on her head. That shit is gross.
I like her haircut, but I didn't think of it as Magneto with the sideways helmet.
It's Magneto's hair. It's Magneto's fucking.
Oh, dude, I cannot see it now, man.
Magneto.
Magnus! Oh my god!
Oh no!
Oh man! I know.
Magnetism.
I've ruined so many people.
No, dude, you just made me an anime, bro. I know exactly what my customization is gonna be.
I'm gonna make Magneto too.
Exactly, dude.
I'm gonna make Magneto out of fucking.
I'm gonna make her hair purple, bro. Come on, that's all I need.
Dude, that's perfect.
That's ridiculous.
Oh gosh,
she looks cheap as hell. But
I'm gonna play her actually.
She's gonna have the Anna issue where she all of her shit's gonna be minus 14 or worse probably, and
classic.
Her offense is really good.
That, but I don't know.
I mean, she has that new low down back 4 that links into the stance 1 heat engagers. She has some new stuff. I'm hoping that low is launch punishable because that's always kind of been her thing. High risk, high reward. Like even when she wants to poke, it's like super risky. Wine opener 442 is good, but high. You know, like she's always had like this like high risk, high reward type of play style. But she just has some good
heat smash though. Let's go.
And debuffs you so that everything she does afterward for Oki is gonna chip you.
Yeah, that's also crazy too, right? Like just talking about season 1 to season 2 again. Heat smashes. Like, why do you get stuff afterwards? Like, why do you still get your turn? Like, they blocked it. You spent your big ass thing. Why is it still your advantage after that? That's so weird to me.
Just give them chip and let them return to neutral, man. Like, I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's strange to me.
it almost feels like they wanted Smashes to be like the rage drives, where it's you still get
It's definitely the rage
your
drives.
advantage.
Yeah.
But it's like they didn't take into account that the rage drive came equipped with the whole heat mechanic behind it. So like you had this whole mechanic that's you're buffed in essentially.
Mhm.
I guess depending on what character, right? Like not every character gets super buff with heat,
No.
which is pretty funny to think about. It's like Dragonoff is like one of the best characters in season 1. His heat was just the heat smash, really. You wanted the heat to use your heat smash. You never really did it for anything else. But it's like it also probably won Rong Chu TWT finals. the heat mechanic won him that tournament. So.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
That's crazy.
When you think about those two characters, Dragonoff, Kuma, everything revolves around Bear Electric and Heat Smash. And then other than that, you're literally just playing Panda without heat. Or you have Dragonoff, who has heat, and you just play him normally like he never had heat anyways, other than Heat Smash. It's kind of funny.
That's what I'm saying. These mechanics are hard to balance, bro. It's like it's not even close. It's
because
pretty
both
wild.
those characters are super good in their own right. But if you took out heat, one wouldn't give a fuck, and the other one would be severely decapitated. It's like it's rough.
Yeah, that's crazy when you think about it that way. One character is top tier, even though there's another character that's literal clone of them that just doesn't have those two heat moves, and it changes them completely. And then you have Dragonoff that could play with or without just as fine. So it's like crazy.
It feels like Anna is gonna be more on the. Well, I don't think she's gonna need heat though. Because her basic game has always been big 50-50s regardless.
Yeah.
Now that she has a heat that basically makes her 50-50s safer.
Bro, why does she even need the heat if she can just put chip damage on you with her debuff anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need heat for that. That's also the weird part about this thing too. Like, we'll talk about King when we get to King, but like his Jaguar sprint stuff, like it's better in heat, but it's also buffed without heat now. I'm like, he still doesn't need heat there. Like, that's wild.
Yeah. It's just a straight up buff for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, Anna, so far, she looks like Anna. High risk, high reward. Very annoying to fight against, where you're going to be put into some situations sometimes where you're going to be guessing when she's in full crouch in your face, or you did a low and they didn't go for a real punish and they go for a waifu punish, where they block a low from you, and instead of going for like wall 93, wall 74, they go for full crouch sweep, like immediately just go for mix up instead.
Already pissed.
Yeah, man.
I hate those motherfuckers.
Yeah, bro. I know, man. Anna players are gonna be back in full force in a week.
Let's go.
I hate that waifu punish situation, man.
Magneto, let's go.
Yeah, but she looks strong. 13 frame heat smash. She got this debuff shit, and she's already had the strength she already had. And new slide move looks pretty cheap if it's a normal hit. Especially if it's normal hit. But moving on to Rip's favorite part of the Tekken talk coming up next. Let me actually
let me fucked up the rest of the stream for him.
This is actually what happened. Look, I was this deep into it. Look at that. It's like halfway through the whole thing. I'm like feeling good, bro.
Let me actually play this with audio. This shit was great.
Oh, come on. Just look at my eyes. Because I'm visually recognizing what's happening, but my brain's not believing it.
So for those who've been with the series for a while, when you key charge before.
The looking around is the funniest part. Like, who do I need to talk to?
Like, you couldn't have said all that, bro. It's impossible.
You're looking around for confirmation from anyone. Like, please tell me you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, please.
It's like, in the arcade days when I do some sick shit and I look around like, yo, you'll see that shit too? Yep. Like, yeah, it's that. I'm like, somebody must see this shit too, right? I can't be the only one who's thinking this is crazy, right? Like, come on, man.
Anybody else believe this shit? Yeah.
Been with the series for a while,
oh god,
crazy.
Yeah, this one's
change.
A weird one. What the? I don't have the. I didn't have. Well, I guess I kind of had the reaction Rip had at first because it's a shocker. If you've ever been playing Tekken, this is just it's been a mechanic in the game forever. Where if you key charge, you get counter hit state, or your next move gets counter hit state. Now it only takes the damage for counter hit and doesn't give you the counter hit state. So. It's a nerf, huge nerf. for the
Yeah.
key charge mechanic and for anyone that liked key charge.
You know what's crazy? They showed Hwoarang for this example. So immediately I was like, oh, it's because of burst key charge setup for Hwoarang. And then he does down back 4 or up 4 into flappy kicks. And I'm like, immediately as soon as they picked Hwoarang for this example, I was like, oh, that's why they're nerfing key charge. But I'm like, oh, but that doesn't change Hwoarang having that shit, and he still
has that counter
he still has to counter his shit into 100+ damage off of those, but he just can't set it up with the key charge anymore. So because of Hwoarang still has that, and which he's still gonna have, now nobody else gets to use the key charge mechanic from not being able to block during key charge and your next move being a counter hit. A lot of players, when they need to make a crazy comeback, Abel de Maestro, John Ding, key charge rage arts, like, bro, like, there's been some crazy key charge moments in the past, but now, I guess, Paul players, key charge for 150 damage Death Fist or Demo Man, it's like the best you're gonna get. I don't know what you're gonna use.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, what is the best use for a key charge now? And I was like, a key charge Death Fist is the sickest thing you're gonna get, and that's not that sick.
So here's what they said. They said 150% damage, right?
Mhm.
What if it's 150% of your rage art damage? Like,
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah, I was thinking that
like,
too.
what if you can,
With one
like,
pixel.
your heat smash can do 150% more damage, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like, can you amplify any move with this key charge? Like,
Dude,
yeah, there's
key
a damage
charge
potential here.
into low smash, bro.
There's no more low smashes though.
Low heat smashes. Like Claudio
No,
is
they're
gonna.
gone. It's
Like,
not
wait,
gonna happen. Watch, it's gonna be a regular ass heat move, bro. Look what they did to Zafina in June.
no, those are secondary heat smashes. They had their own mid ones too. Those are like their
Maybe they'll give
stand
them a mid
slow
one
ones.
then, bro. I don't know. I think Claudio's is gonna.
There's
be a
no way
regular
they
low
got
heat
rid of low heat smashes entirely. They didn't say that. What are they going to do for
They
Paul?
didn't.
What are they going to do for Kazuya, Claudio,
They're gonna give him different
Victor, like Lee?
ones. Different ones.
Uh,
Different ones. That's all.
They
I
are
don't know,
not
man.
giving them they are not.
No,
giving
they're
them
not.
different ones.
They did not
just
work
only
that
changed it for
hard.
those-
Yeah.
We'll see. There's 1,500 changes to come, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
This
I'm
key
scared.
charge-
I'm
this-
scared of that shit, to be honest.
This key charge, like if this key charge thing happened when Tekken 8 released, we would have been like, wow, what the fuck? That's weird. This is a crazy change.
Yeah.
And then we would have just moved on. Because
Yeah.
I think like we would have understood, like, all right, they're trying to change the system of the game. But it kind of hurts more when they show you an example after you've seen the example for a whole year and knowing like
Mhm.
that's
Ex-
probably
yeah.
the reason why they changed it.
Yeah.
And like
Very true.
to be completely honest, like the key charge mechanic fucking is not that great. It's just it's a
Disagree.
gimmick it's a gimmick mechanic that can win you some rounds here and there. But yeah, it's like if they change it, they change it. I still think it sucks though.
Here's
like-
my thing about this, right? As someone who's used key charge for a long time, it is a system-wide change, obviously, but it was also like a player expression tool,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
So in Tekken 8 for me specifically, right? Like the combo I can get him to the wall, I can do my tornado, and then I get my heat burst, key charge, right? And then at that point, I can go for my 50-50 on wake up, but they can hit me out of it, right? So there's like a little bit of a mind game there. I obviously have sacrificed my full wall combo damage for the hope that my key charge counter setup is going to give me more damage afterwards, which they can still block, right? So like there is a mind game there, and it's a way a player can express themselves. Without this, it means I just will now do the wall combo. There's no other option for me there. Like what am I gonna do? Like key charge and go for one hit? Like
Yeah.
what the fuck is that for? So it's basically limiting the amount of ways you can play the game. So for me, it's a player expression thing. It's also a skill expression thing too. Like playing against someone who's key charged and it's a counter threat. Like as a player, you got to like, I should just stay down here. I should do a get up kick here. Like there's different options you have to take that you can express your skill with that you lose now. So now there's less skill expression and less player expression because of the removal of the key charge counter state.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it.
Did they ever say what the defensive punishments for doing a key charge is? Or like, are we still not unable to block? Are we taking
Don't know.
counter hit damage? Either?
They never
Because, like,
specified. Yeah.
If we're still able to block, who knows? Maybe there will be a setup and maybe there will be expression there.
If you're
right?
able to block now with key charge, yeah, you might still see some key charge setups, but it's definitely different from before. And if they're
100%.
if they're just gonna do it like that, I'd rather them have changed key charge differently. Like if this Hwoarang setup was the issue, which people after like month 2 weren't getting hit by anyways, like burst, you see them fucking key charging, don't fucking tech roll, idiot, you're gonna fucking die. Like, or guess right if you do tech roll, like good luck. So it's like people weren't getting hit by that shit after month 2, 3 anyways. But so it's like there's so many other ways they could have gone about it. They could have made key charges slower on startup or have more recovery near the end. So you can't burst key charge to like set it up like that. But then this is like the issue I've been having since Tekken 7, dude. It's like and Rip knows this, wall jump overs.
Of course.
Whenever
I love that shit too.
Whenever they have an issue with 1 or 2 moves because they can't fix it or something, like Akuma jump over tech traps with Demon Flip 4, or jump over dive kick, or jump over into cross up in Tekken, or Link back turn pseudo infinite, shit like that, right? It's like, so instead of looking at those couple moves or couple characters and fix those, fuck it, man. Change the whole system. Let's just change the whole system. Same thing in this game at the launch. Remember Devil Jin, launch, heat burst, heat dash, Heaven's Gate. And then you break a floor with that, it would reset the combo counter so you get a full ass combo after the floor break. And it would interact with stages right after heat burst, heat dash. So they made a nerf to the system so that if you do heat burst, heat dash, or if you pick up any character after they're fully grounded with like a heat dash pickup, you can't interact with stage gimmicks anymore at all because of Devil Jin's Heaven's Gate. And it's like, they did the same thing again because of Hwoarang's down back 4 flappy kick shit during heat.
Yeah, and like as from a development standpoint, like it seems like the reason they're doing that is to like eliminate all options of this ever happening again, right? But like you've taken out something else from the game. It's like there's so much more you're missing from the entire game now because you've done it in this way. And I don't feel like they appreciate that. Like in their mind, they're like, oh, well, if this character doesn't jump over thing, we fix it for them. Like, what happens if somebody can figure one out for Lee too? I'm like, so let them figure it out, dude. Like they're not going to figure it out tomorrow or some shit, like it took this long to get this far, right? And there's a reason you haven't seen it yet anyway. And you just got to give the community time to at least play with stuff and figure stuff out instead of restricting the sandbox that they can do stuff in.
Man, I'm pissed. Fucking Conflict just brought up the fact that he key charges in practice mode to get counter hit faster rather than going to menu. I do that too.
I've been doing that for years.
This is the biggest nerf. This is the biggest fucking nerf Namco has ever done. I'm never gonna play practice mode ever again.
There's another thing I wanted to mention about that too. They were showing the key charge section, right? And then there's no fast way to turn on or off key charge. Or counter hit, Counter
hit.
So they could just make it select in triangle like it was in Tekken 7 when you were queuing up for online matches, remember? When you're in that virtual space. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They can make it like that.
That's cool.
But they didn't. So they made the key charge change and they also didn't add a quick counter hit on or off in practice mode thing. So every time
Season 3, Mike. Season 3, relax. You got
I gotta go into the menu, 12 slots down to counter hit,
Season 3,
and then
Mike,
turn it on
bro.
every
Season
time I
3
want to test something.
It'll be there,
bro. They'll patch it in at some point. It'll be fun. Look at him.
At some point, this could be like 2-3 months later, bro. Every time I want to try something on counter hit, I have to go through like 12 menus. Like,
hey, also, isn't it if you have is there like when you the counter setting, is it first hit only or is it just permanently on?
You could change it. There's a couple options.
First hit only. That's what I was asking. Yeah. But that would suck too if like all your combo damage is scaled up because you had to have counter hit starter.
Oh, that'd be gross. Yeah, I know what you mean.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the next subject because I
hate
this one more.
Keep going. What's the next one?
Key charges, rest in peace, 1994 until 2025.
It's actually crazy, man. You made me think about that shit again. Hold on a second, dude. It's like 30 years I've been playing this game, bro.
Yours.
Yours upon yours. 25 to 30 years of key charges, right? And now you take it out for this one character, really. Whatever. Okay, move on, man. I can't. It's so crazy. Literally. Okay, I'm watching this Tekken Talk. I was in a good mood. I was so optimistic about season 2 and everything. And I was all happy with it. Yeah, the low looked like a lot of damage, but I was like, all right, cool. 13 frame mid heat smash. Also high crush. Okay, that's kind of crazy, but all right. It's Tekken 8. Cool, right? Then the key charge thing happened. and I was gone, dude. Like I just was checked out for the rest of the stream. Like people tell me put the whole thing on YouTube. It's so funny watching you pissed off. I was like, no. So I didn't even put it on YouTube or anything. I just like I was too upset. I was upset about this for the next 2 days. Monday and Tuesday of this week, I was still thinking about the fucking key charge. All these people were replying to me on Twitter about like, dude, it's not like you even use the key charge. I'm like, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
You know, like
You never
you are
even
the person
knew
that
key charge.
you are the kind of person that they are catering to. You know, this
Yeah.
person who didn't even understand there was potential for this.
Zero
you know? Like, that's what's
fucking
happening.
creativity. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
and like man, and now that's just all gone forever. So I played Tekken. Was it yesterday? I think yesterday I streamed and I played some Tekken, and I did key charge setup. I hit it twice, right? 2 different ways. It was like both really sick, and I was like, oh, that's it. It's gone forever.
Well, that was fun.
For the rest of eternity, 25, 30 years. Fine. No
Should've never
one needed a patch, right? And now all of a sudden, gone forever.
Not forever. They can bring it back.
Shut up, man. Do you think they're bringing back jump overs, dude? You think they're bringing back tech catches? Think they're bringing back back roll
Look,
catches?
you think
bring back magic fours? They ain't bringing back shit, Ricky. It's all gone, dude.
You
Soul
think they
Calibur
were-
forever.
Some of those are
Fuck,
still
dude.
here. Soul Calibur.
Bring out
Yeah,
incoming.
You really said-
Dude.
Yeah, that's what's up. Big ups to SCF, Soul Calibur forever.
Soul Calibur forever,
Hashtag
dog. Oh,
forever.
damn.
Okay, I'm done. I don't want to get pissed off about Keisha for another 2 days.
Well, it's been fun while it lasted, guys. Key charges are gone.
Crashing
But
out.
moving on to the next thing that they talked about in the Tekken Talk is realigning combos. So whenever you get a launch mad off axis, like big side step right launch here, like they're showing to Jin's left. So you're kind of like off axis here, and a lot of characters combos, you would have to adjust them because they would flip a certain way after like 1 or 2 hits. I mean, it's almost like it's a 3D games, and you might be able to step around things and launch people at 90 degrees to their side, but hey, they're making it so that when you launch them and then you go for your combo now, it's gonna be more like you launch them straight onward, like a normal combo. So like usually her forward 4 as well. Some moves historically put them a little bit off axis. Law back 2. Every time he does 1 back 2, puts him a little bit to Law's left.
Law's right.
Or the character's right, Law's left, right? So it's like there are certain things where it moves certain characters slightly off axis. There's also certain combos that only work because you need a slight off axis to the right or the left. But now they're making it so that combos auto realign for you because Lydia had an issue with their hopkick combo slightly off axis. How do you guys think about
also-
the realigning combos?
Trash.
Oh, really?
The only real reason for it is just to make it more beginner friendly, right? In
That's
sense of that when the combos are a little off axis, you know, you don't want to drop the only one combo you ever learned because you only spent 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's fine.
Facts.
And like, but see, like that's fine. I don't have a too big of an issue with that.
Yeah, okay, that
really,
part's
but
fine.
it's more like if it because they didn't. I don't think they showed it, but it's like if how far does it realign? Like how far off axis do you have to be in order for it to not realign? Because
exactly.
if it realigns everything, like if
It's
you're like
fucking
straight up like
annoying.
on the side and then now you're touching Jin's toes again when you were punching the back of his head at first, it's like nah.
Yeah.
What if you hit someone in their back and you know you'd get that backward launch? Like what if it turns them around forward now?
Yeah.
No,
It's like
imagine
it's so-
Law Junkyard and then you do 4
Yeah, in the
up
back.
3. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
now they're not facing you. Like I don't even know what's gonna happen, man.
I mean, watching the combos here, he is whiffing it, so I don't know exactly how much it changed, but I mean, in order to make the combos easier, sure, but like my issue with it was what Rip's issue with key charge was earlier was player expression, right? This is another
Mhm.
example of it where if you are smart enough, or not smart enough, but you know, if you're skilled enough to know that I sidestep, I'm a little off axis here, but you know, I have a combo for this. Sometimes you get hooked up for being
True.
off axis. If you know
Yes.
what you're doing, you're like, this is a good advantage for me because as a player, I recognize that this is better. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
when you take
That's
that
huge.
away, you take away a lot of. Oh, there it
That's
is. Ugh.
crazy. That was so far off axis. Holy shit.
Here's the other thing, though.
It's
I
like
don't think
beyond
that-
90 to the side. That's
yeah, the only thing I've noticed about this though so far, and this is my only hope, is that they're showing it with two specific launchers. It's June's down forward 2, 1+2 or whatever, and this one, the two hit launchers, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking maybe the other launchers are untouched, but I doubt it.
My biggest issue with this is I feel like this is gonna bring up more problems than it's fixing.
That's what my concern was too. That's I definitely thought that this was one of those things where because like I said, if I'm touching the back of Jin's head and all of a sudden I'm doing a combo and now I'm touching his toes, some fucked up things can happen.
That's what I'm saying.
Cameraman close to a wall.
Yeah. Or like now the situation where like it would have been fucked up earlier, now it's even more fucked up because I get some crazy setup, like we never thought of.
Could be that way
so
too.
There's a lot of things that like situations like this, they're gonna get fixed at version 2.1, but hopefully version 2.1 just reverts the change rather than causes more issues.
It's like for me, it's just those two big things, which is like you said, player expression, but it's also skill expression, right? Like those are to me two separate things.
Yeah.
And so it's like the player expression and the skill expression is gone from the off-axis combos now. So it's like it doesn't seem like much. I think if you're a casual player, it's just gonna feel like, oh, cool, I got my thing, it works, yay, But I think for people who enjoyed watching competitive Tekken, like those are the kind of things that separates players. Those are the kind of moments that happen in matches 100%. Where some crazy shit's about to go down, and it's up to the players to figure out how to make it work out for themselves, right?
It's like, shit, they had a combo for that crazy weird axis.
Right.
Like
it's like weird axis into sidewall, and he converted that shit. Like that's amazing to watch, right? Now it's like, oh yeah, he got it. He got a launcher. It's straight on. It's perfect. Nice. Just like every other combo, Like, man, he got a combo the wall. He could have key charged. No, he's just gonna do a combo. Like that's all you can do. They're simplifying your options.
I'm already imagining MYK doing commentary where realigning combo plus a sidewall just fucking breaks his brain. Where it's just like some crazy shit happens with the sidewall plus realigning the combo.
Wait, you think that sidewall still exists?
Bro, you're saying that?
Right? Who knows?
Damn, no more sidewall splat. They're always straight on splats now.
That's the direction of everything they're doing, though, right? It's to take out every situation that it might be kind of weird. Hey, he jumped over that guy over there. Get that shit out of the game. Hey, that wall hit sideways. Get that shit out of the game.
It's almost like it's a 3D game and you could hit things in different angles and shit. It's crazy. Oh my God, I'm losing it.
That's just the direction, right? I mean, it's not like we're making this up. Like, you just look at the history of all the changes. That's all it is.
Yeah. I think we've talked about this, but like since Tekken 7 Season 3 onward, it's just been kind of questionable in terms of balancing.
Changes. Yeah.
In directions, like the philosophy, all that stuff. And it's just going into it, it's just like still where we are since then, since the Leroy drop, it's like always just kind of felt like damage control since then. I don't know what it is, man.
I think that we've talked about like kind of that moment, right? It's like sometime after Tekken 7 Season 2, it felt like, where the changes, everyone was like, what the hell is that? And then, they started giving us more patch notes and stuff, but it was still like very unclear about why everything was happening the way it was happening in terms of patching. Yeah. And then I remember towards the end of Tekken 7, everyone was like, oh, I'm so bored of Tekken 7. We need Tekken 8 now. And I was like, you guys know people are going to make Tekken 8 the same guy who's been patching Tekken 7. I remember like saying that thought process, right?
You said that a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, because you never know what you're going to get with a new game, right? Which is always what it is. And Tekken 8 obviously has a lot of new mechanics, with chip damage and the heat system, recoverable life, etc. So there's a lot, and there's a lot for them to address going into future seasons. And I think so many of us knew that arcade version takes a while before we get to the console version, right? Like you have that 1 or 2 year period. And honestly, Tekken 8 launched pretty well. Like it wasn't as crazy. There wasn't like crazy infinites, 100% combos and shit like we thought there might be, like there are in those previous arcade versions. So it launched in a pretty decent state overall, but clearly people wanted more out of Season 2. Like, all right, well, Season 2, we've all been like talking about this for so long now. Clearly it'll be addressed. And then we heard them talking. It sounded like it was going to be addressed. And then it's not looking like that. And we're waiting for these 1,500 changes on Sunday or whatever it's going to be, right? So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah, and speaking of character changes, that's the thing with the balancing, right? It's just you don't know exactly what they're doing sometimes. It's like, damn, just look at a couple moves or nerf the recovery on key charge. change the whole system around it. You know, it's just like a couple of those, but
Complete removal of systems is rough always, I think.
yeah,
Especially when these systems have been around for as long as they've been around.
and they
right, like-
keep doing it. It's not the
Yeah,
burst, the wall
like-
jump over, the heat burst, heat dash, like
Mhm. It's like you think about the
face down spikes that they got rid of too because of June
Mhm.
off axis combos. Now we don't even have off axis combos because we got realigning combos. It's like, what is going on here, bro?
yeah. It's like when you look back at this, like a lot of this stuff existed in previous games, right? Like these systems have existed for like 20 plus years, and it's like they are fine. Yeah, there are extreme cases of them, and people find ways to manipulate your system, but you don't have to remove the entire system. You can do what the other games did and manipulate the moves. You know, like that's an option you will always have. But yeah, I don't know. It's a crazier approach that they have now, with in terms of just like, well, kill the system.
Yeah. Speaking of changing the moves, they did change a bunch of the characters too.
Yeah.
They did
And this is the most exciting part for me for season 2.
yeah, they did yeah, I mean, this is always the most exciting part, I think, for any fighting game update, right? It's like, oh shit, what did my character get next season? Oh shit, you can charge that now.
I couldn't get hyped for any of these changes. These changes
Damn, bro.
got
That's
me
the worst.
got me flaccid.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Can't
Dude,
go into this.
I have my character and I don't even like him in this game.
Wait, what the hell
So-
was that?
The new move.
There's a lot of that, Ricky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oscar used to be your character, man. It's time to go back, dude.
Nah. I'll leave that.
Damn.
I'll leave that to King Ray.
Dude, look at all these charge moves.
Yeah. You said
Oh
that like you didn't
yeah,
like it.
I forgot about this shit. What do you guys think about the new UI changes? You can see your
All the
ca-
pop-ups and everything.
Keep this playing while in the
Oh
background
my
because we just need
goodness,
to
I
have that
forgot.
shit on.
Yeah, I mean, I
know
like.
that this. I know that they said you could turn it off. I hope it's off by default.
It's not gonna.
I want
be.
it on in tournaments.
They said in
Want
the
it on in
Evo.
tournaments?
They said it in the Tekken Talk where. Oh, so it's easier for the commentators and the viewers. I'm like, oh, sweet, because I couldn't tell when Steve did a counter hit back one before. Like,
Yeah,
Now I
that's just to me. That's just to me. Like saying that. Like I was like, so you're telling me the commentators don't know what they're talking about?
that's
mean,
kind of what.
It honestly, the way he said it at that point, it was very much a, you know, this will help out all commentators. You know.
I mean, I get it, sure.
Yeah.
The punished part I'm okay with. The
Yeah.
counter, what that one's whatever. The combo counter can go suck a dick and the damage.
You don't like the combo counter?
100%
It's
hate
so
that
good.
shit.
You know, the
It's
combo
it's
counter.
so corny to talk
Yeah.
about that shit and be like, oh my god, 112 points of damage. Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
True. That shit is
That
wild.
is
As a commentator,
weird.
wow, look at that, 65 points of damage there for Oscar. Amazing.
Eight
Awesome.
hit
No,
combo.
bro.
Dude,
gonna
and
be
if I
very
hear
standard.
other commentators start saying 8-hit combo, 65, like, bro, like, what the fuck?
It's
Like,
gonna, that is 100% gonna
it's
happen.
like bullshit talking points, like, because I don't understand the game, and it's like, give me something to talk about. Let me just look at number go up. Like, fuck, man. Like, talk about the goddamn game. Like, talk about the wall situation after or something.
What a wall
commentator-
situation. It's a line noise, Michael.
Commentators issue aside, the reason why I just hate the counter combo
Uh-huh.
counter thing is just it makes the game look corny. It just in
Yeah.
my eyes, it's like those are the kind of things where it's like you see combo counters like that because the combo counter can go up to unrealistic numbers.
Yeah, and Tekken
No,
is
I
not gonna go up to like 150 and shit in Tekken.
Right? It's like you want to see fucking
That's a good point.
stupid, crazy, stupid numbers, right? We're in this game. We're gonna see a fucking 20 hit combo. And
Yeah, counting
that
to
is
20.
Stupid. That not only is that stupid, no one needs to count it for us because it looks stupid when you put it on front of Tekken. Because it's number one, this game is supposed to be a realistic fighting game, but yet you got this unrealistic combo counter right next to these motherfuckers. It's like,
so Tekken for the longest time has been like borrowing these 2D aspects, right? Like borrowing aspects from 2D fighting games. And I remember way back in like 2009, Gutex talked about this. Like he was like specifically when we had Street Fighter 4 and Tekken 6 side by side in Vid 94, he's like, dude, how come you guys don't have like a combo thing? Like, I don't know when these are combos or not. You know, like the hits are just hitting, but you don't know if it's an
Mhm.
actual combo, if you can block it or not. So that's what it's for, right? It's for people like that. It's for the super casual player. But Tekken aesthetically, without having all of those words on the screen and those numbers on the screen, has always been aesthetically pleasing in that idea for me.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
I can totally see what you're saying, where it looks corny in that way just from having it on the screen in the first place. But then your point about the numbers not getting very high is hilarious. Like
Yeah.
when you see that shit in like Marvel or something, like, oh,
Yeah.
98
99 hits, boom, 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 99 million
Like,
damage.
oh, 6.
7.
Yeah, you know how
It's
pathetic
like
it is?
Sesame
you-
Street ass combo counters too.
like you know, like how the Marvel commentator afterwards you go like unstoppable combo or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Or like you're gonna have fucking that crazy pride lady afterwards going 9-hit combo.
9-hit combo. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
that's not that sick.
Oh,
I'm
man.
not a big fan of the combo counter part. That part,
13 hits. That's what it's gonna be.
I hate that so much.
I'll
The
go back
counter
to that
and the
part real
punish
quick.
part, I'm lukewarm on. It's
Yeah.
whatever.
I think my biggest issue, it's like the indicators are fine. I think all we needed though was the punish, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Helps
I
out
agree.
new players, helps out viewers too. It's like, oh shit, that was a punish. That they would punish something, or they fucking can't block. That's what punish means, right?
Yeah.
It's guaranteed. The combo counter, like Ricky said, mad corny. Like, why do we need it? Like, what the fuck? The numbers aren't going that high. It's only going up to 20 tops. And why do you have to show damage? And you know what's the other part that I have a problem with the combo counter? It happens in this match too, where Asuka gets a reversal and she gets a grounded guaranteed hit,
Oh, yeah.
but it doesn't pop
Doesn't
up
count.
as a combo, even though it's a guaranteed combo. There's a lot of these in Tekken. Kuma's booty unskilled wall combo does not come up on a combo counter because it's an unskilled grounded booty ender.
And it's
So
not
it's-
going to
you know-
come up on the next counter either.
Exactly.
Season 2.
But dude, maybe when we bring up these points, the developers, they'll be like, oh shit, we got to make that count as a combo. And then they'll be able to say, oh shit, that's a combo. We should probably nerf that.
Ugh, I don't know what they're doing, man. They're probably
The-
just
the
gonna
thing is-
get rid of wall combos entirely next patch.
The counter, the combo counter, the damage part of it too is also corny. As
Dude, the
hell.
damage part
so
is
much.
extra corny because it reminds me of NRS games. Other 2D games, they just show you the combo hits. They don't
You're
show
right,
you the
MK.
damage. Only MK does that shit. Like, why are we
No,
MK
there's some
now?
There was
Because
some
we have
other-
strings and they have strings, bro. Come
No,
on.
no. My favorite was TVC because they did not give a fuck about their numbers. So that shit said 1.6 quadrillion damage.
Oh yeah, true.
Right.
That is
Yeah, that was sick. I'm okay with that. Like, if you're just making up numbers, just bullshitting it, fine. But this shit says 36 damage. How am I supposed to get hyped for that?
true.
36
Oh, man.
damage?
Like I'm just thinking, like even if I get like a 12 frame 2-hit punish, I get that damage number, right?
Yeah, like, oh god, you're gonna see a punish counter every time, and it's like, oh,
Oh yeah, right here. This reversal.
13 damage.
Yeah.
It should say 3 hits, but it's only 2 hits because it only counts
Yeah.
the grounded 2 hits. It's like it's
Mhm.
even though it is a 3-hit mini combo guaranteed, counter and then run up forward 2,
1, 2,
and-
3.
yeah.
Yeah.
but it only says 2. It's like, dude, the combo counter doesn't even work for this game. It just
Yeah.
don't.
It hasn't worked for a long time in practice mode. Like, if you ever, like, in old Tekkens, if you just played Gonryu and did down 1+2 a million times, it would
Mhm.
counter. It would
Oh,
count
true.
as a combo.
Yeah, it just loops over and over. Yeah, on the combo
even
counter.
though it was hella not a combo. The game doesn't know what it's talking about, but that's been in the game forever.
Yeah, like for me, I got like first of all, like I don't really care one way or another about these numbers and everything. I think it makes the game look worse. It's an option you can turn off. They're gonna keep it on for tournaments, whatever, right? But for ranked, I want all the information. Like I think ranked is just a practice mode for people to enter real tournaments. So like I want to see my frame data display if I want to see it. You know, because I remember that it was Tekken Overlay. I think the mod was for Tekken 7,
Mhm.
where people had that as like the number would just pop up like -9, whatever, right? And like as a learning tool, like that's amazing, right? Like to me, that's what ranked is. Ranked is a practice experience for learning. So I have no problem with them like showing even the full frame data the entire time as an option if people want
Crazy,
that.
yeah.
Like I don't think that's cheating. Because if they're gonna show you punish anyway, you're gonna be able to figure it out, right? And like
Yeah.
it feels like you're just one step away at this point.
Yeah. Just why not streamline it and make it faster even more, right? Fuck it.
As a learning tool, that's all.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think as a learning tool, it's great. But realistically, as a learning tool, then all we really needed was punish. Because
Yeah, yeah.
Like
That's what they have now, though.
The tornado message popping up is a little.
That one's crazy to me.
Like, why do we need a tornado indicator? Like, isn't the whoosh sound and the camera zoom in and them going doing a fucking McTwist in the air not enough? Like,
like that should say strong aerial tailspin, though, right? Like,
yeah, why not?
We actually don't know about, right?
Dude, and like, every time you do heapers, fuck it, heapers. Every time they do rage art. Like,
I wanted to say when there's a wall break or a floor break.
Yeah, wall break, wall blast. Like, just
you
fucking
couldn't tell that the wall broke or the floor broke. I want the text. Without the text, I would never know. You know?
Yeah, the tornado one to me is like the dumbest one, but the only sense I can make of it is the fact that you can only have one tornado per combo. So it's like once you see that message, that's it. You can't do another tornado. And so like that's the only, it's still dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Get that shit off of my screen. I see the tornado visually. I don't need to see that shit read out. Put that shit in braille for all I care. I can't read that shit. I'm not gonna read that shit.
Freaking feel it in your butthole like that chess player. Messages to me, bro. I got it. Oh, yeah.
I don't want to play chess.
Yeah. You say you don't or do?
Don't. Not that's how they're playing.
Dude, but yeah, that's just crazy. I think we only needed punish, but this is, you know, they did say they're open to feedback, so it's up to you guys, I guess. Like,
even if they only put punish, though, even if they only put punish, it would have been corny, like Ricky's saying, where just this one thing is popping up, right? Like, you need more than that.
But what about counter? Like,
I think it's weird because there's always already stuff to see counter it anyway.
Yeah.
Why not
animation, sparks, whatever?
Why not just add another visual indicator then of like a punish? Like your character turns blue when you're doing the move or something.
2x KO is showing a bunch of that actually.
Really?
If you get hit by a low, there's yellow sparks that pop out, and if you get hit by an overhead, it's like a darker, brighter yellow charge. Or something.
This game.
Oh, that's great because I'm colorblind and I could totally tell the two different shades of fucking yellow, dude.
See, Ricky, this is why we can't have nice things.
well, first of all, there's colorblind mode in this game, man. Have you seen turn on all the accessibilities,
dude,
man?
I never turn on colorblind mode, dude.
That's your fault. and then you complain about the fact that you can't see colors.
It's like, dude, that's just supposed to be a red light bar, and that's just like purple for some reason.
Mike, I hope you realize the reason there's text on screen now is because of people like you. Because they couldn't just put colors and shit. They had to put words so you could fucking see it, dude.
Dude, I passed the Jin down to test. Okay, I could do that website. I got the fucking.
Nah, man. The accessibility settings just they weren't enough. They need more.
They should make Jin down to whatever color Mike can't see.
He changes colors.
Lost Dragon Tail is the color. I can't see.
Snake eyes in a freaking color that I can't see. Oh my god, that'd be messed up. Oh.
Yeah, he'll turn on the colorblind mode. We'll get him.
Yeah, so
that's all they had to do though. It's like they had to keep it Tekken. Like all of this is not Tekken. That's all it is for me. It's like it's another identity that's like sure, if you're trying to just like go this direction, it just doesn't feel right. Like it just looks wrong. Everything about it looks wrong.
I have no idea about this. Was this in Soul Calibur?
I think they had combo counters in Soul Calibur. They definitely had like counter hits and
guard impact message popping up. I've seen that.
They had hella messages in Soul Calibur.
It's
like that.
Rip is like detective mode. It's funny how we always end up back here, isn't it?
Anyways.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of
Jin's down 2 now. No longer a counter launcher.
Yeah, a lot of character changes. They just showed I think June off a little bit. She has like some homing move from stance now, and like she has an install now for some reason, and it gets powered up. Like her light pillar attacks get powered up the more she uses it. Azucena, we're seeing right here on screen right now, she's doing running 3-2, and she could go into Libertador after. She got a new mid counter hit launcher also from that stance as well. New full crouch low, new full crouch power low, same input as Katarina, full crouch down forward 4. So she got some good changes, I guess. Some season 2-ish type of changes. I don't know if anything looks too crazy. Yeah, that everybody said that move kind of looks like an NRS type of
NRS. It's the Terminator kick. That's why.
Yeah, it's an NRS down 3.
Same kind of direction.
Yeah,
body position.
This is not an NRS kick though, because you could do that kick in real life. And you do any animation in NRS in real life,
But I'm
You are
saying
not an
you
action figure.
just the way her butt is on the floor and her leg is going up. That's how the Terminator kick started. He just his
No,
leg
yeah,
just didn't come back down.
It looks stupid for sure, but the Terminator kick just ends there. Like this actually,
Yeah,
has
exactly. Yeah.
this has an actual attack attached
Yeah.
to it.
And this is
like an
NRS
up
Advanced or
kick.
something. I don't know.
Yeah, NRS is just like there's no startup or ending frames. There's just like beginning, keyframe, end. That shit is funny. But yeah, Azucena got some changes, man. And then Jin, who else did they show? They showed a couple characters that didn't show
Zafina?
a lot of characters.
Zafina also has an install too.
Zafina has an
A
install.
lot of stance. That was the main thing I got from a lot of these character changes. Everything involved a stance.
Stance or install.
A lot of stances in this game, and that's where it feels like that's another direction this game is going, where it's a lot of lots of stances, and
Which-
that part
Especially the
also-
installs too.
It's like there's no lay because every character's lay.
Oh,
It's like it's
no.
fucked up.
Bro, when
We
Lay
can't
comes
bring-
back, he's gonna have 7 installs. It's gonna be 1 per stance.
No,
Oh
we're not.
my
We're
God.
not bringing Lay back because Lay's broken up. He's broken up into all these different shards, and then there are all these different random stances in every other character.
He's coming back, bro. He's next.
He could.
As soon as I saw the blue and they said that it was color coded and it's like hints,
It's
I was like, I saw the blue and I was like, that's a Lay blue. That's what I thought.
I'm actually like 80% sure it's Bruce. I'll tell you why afterwards. Go on.
Oh, really? Okay. But what? I'm down for Bruce. Fuck Sukin.
Yeah, here you show up anyway. He ditched us.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah,
No,
it's
just
Bruce.
kidding. Missy
Decision's been made. No Sukin, no
Lay. But yeah, Devil Jin got some buffs. Down forward 1-2 natural. He got a mid after down forward 1 as well. And the mid wall splats. It does the new Fang butt flop type of knockdown. Yeah, that type of knockdown.
That knockdown is funky.
Yeah, so that one you just get mad plus frames in the open, but if it hits the wall, it actually wall splats. So yeah. So back forward 2-3 also gets that now for Devil Jin. Gets to go into Morning Crow now. You could also do the Morning Crow unblockable, aka the Heat Smash, without the Heat Smash version. So you could just do like a weak little unblockable.
It looks really weird to me.
It looks
Like, feel
really
the hit
jank.
stun's- It looks like the hit stun's not big enough or something, and it's an unblockable high, and it's just like this purple balls on your face, and then that uses the damage you take all of a sudden.
Yep.
Wait, so did they get rid of it in heat then? Because he can only do it. Can he only do it without heat?
No, I'm pretty sure he still has the
No,
Heat
that's
Smash
not Heat.
version. Yeah.
So he
He
still
can-
has the heat smash version.
I'm sure he probably, yeah. They didn't show it though. And also in Heat, he gets this new Hell Sweep buff.
I'll see combo.
You know, honestly, all the Devil Jin changes to me look like some modder shit. Like you're literally slapping moves that he already had in different orders, in different spots. Hell Sweep into Morning Crow 3, he gets that now. So, different Hell Sweep during Heat. And then this is Morning Crow 4 into Fly 1. It's literally the moves that already existed. Up forward 1 into Morning Crow 4, 2 into Heaven's Gate. These are all moves that already existed.
It's pretty anime looking.
It's pretty modern looking too.
Yeah.
God, this guy looks whack.
So new Hell Sweep buff during Heat can do a lot more damage now. Scarier. But don't worry, guys. Only in Heat.
It's only in Heat. It's fine. What else is there? Characters and stuff. I mean, the thing about the installs again too, because Claudio came out and he had the install, and then it's like, oh man, they're probably gonna give this to more characters. Now it feels like they're starting to slowly roll it out. I'm like, I don't want to play a Tekken 9 where every character has an install, dude. Like,
They're going that route. Look at June.
I
She's
know it's
building
going
up
that-
a meter, dude. Like the numbers going up. 45. What the fuck? 51.
Yeah.
56. What is
It's
any
for
of
all
this
the health
mean?
she loses, I think.
So weird, man.
So yes, all the life she's taken off herself, I think, goes into that. Something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, it's and then once it gets to 100, it's like gold, and then she gets something super powered up or something. They said, but then all they showed was like extra damage or something.
Yeah, it's any of her light pillar attacks get buffed, I heard.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and then she can do the low heat smash as just a heat move now.
Mm-hmm.
But they did that for a lot of characters, and so they got
Yep.
to me. It sounds like they got rid of the heat smash versions of these kind of moves, which is why I asked about the Devil Jin one, because that's kind of a low in a sense, right? It's an unblockable high.
Yeah. Maybe.
Hmm.
But then what about the characters that only have
and
the
it's a
low
second.
smash?
Those ones I
them a
think got
mid.
untouched. But I think the ones
Or
that
they're
all the ones that got second heat smash or had second heat smashes don't
Second
have
low
them
ones.
anymore.
Yeah, I think that for sure. I'm very curious though about the rest of the low ones.
So basically, all that means is they get to do it 2 times, and they won't interact with hard floor break, hard wall break. It will just act with regular wall break and regular floor break because they don't have the heat smash rules. Yeah, weird.
Seems likely.
But
I'm okay if that's a universal change where it's like every character now only has one heat smash.
I'm down with
And
that
like,
too. Yeah, that's just cheap.
and if every character had and any character that had a second heat smash still has it, just not a heat smash anymore, and it doesn't do what it used to do.
And it doesn't have the heat smash rules behind it. I'm fine with that.
I would love there to be no low heat smashes.
Yeah, but they still kind of exist. They're just heat enhanced lows. I guess they made it all like Lars's limited entry 1. You know how that gets a heat buff, even though it's not a low smash.
I hate that one
I
too.
hate that move. I hate that move. Goddamn move. Just because I never remember it exists until he fucking swipes at my legs.
Yep. Like, oh, he's got one of those too, huh? That's always what that goes through my brain.
You got one of those
every single
too.
damn time.
Motherfucker. Fuck this character. Yeah, so June changes, Zafina changes. She also got an install now. She has this crazy ass move.
Crazy.
Back
That
1+2.
See, this is what I'm talking about, like the Clive factor, dude, in Tekken 8. Like what is this shit, dude? Like, and she takes off. Look at the gray health on both sides.
So she does, I think, 9 damage to herself and 10 damage to you and Chip. So it's like, okay, let's both just get to the end of the life bar and play the game.
But it's the range, you know? It's a homing attack, and it's the range. Like, what are you going to do?
She's dead in the next game, hopefully confirmed in the story. But, you know, she had to get a Claudio move. This is pretty much a Claudio back 1. It's only 1 frame slower, 1 frame worse on block. But the range is crazy.
I know I said I was going to play Anna, right? But all I want to do now is practice Zafina to spam this shit nonstop when the season launches. Because like that move seems so absurd to me. I'm like, I'm just going to keep doing it until we're about to die. And then I'm just going to run in 50-50. You know?
Oh, and this is another point that I heard a lot of people bring up. You guys said all this stuff about defense, sidestep, buzzwords. Like, we're going to get out a lot of situations. What the fuck am I supposed to do about this move? That's a homing move that chips me for blocking it. Like, and it reaches half screen. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. But it's a high,
right, Mike? It's a high, right? Mike, it's a high?
Nope. It's mid. And she can enhance it when she has her install. Sick. So she could be +4.
Did you guys plan? Did you guys like rehearse this or something?
Nope. I'm learning right now. I didn't know all this. I asked him questions. He just answered.
I'm learning too, and I yeah, that's fucked up. What the fuck is that all about?
The fact that he takes off both characters' health to me is so funny. Yes, recoverable, whatever, right? It's such a weird thing. Like, imagine if all of June's moves did this, where she chips you and her. Like, it's just like, huh? Like, I don't know, man. It's an interesting choice.
I don't think it's ever a good reason to balance a character or give them some cheap shit and be like, but it's only if they, you know, like, oh, Akuma's only cheap if he has meter. That shit's only cheap because they have chip damage and it's recoverable. It's like, dude, like, if we have to put the asterisks behind stuff, is not a good thing.
Hey, that reminds me of my combo breaker question, Ricky. When you were playing against Knee and he launched you, right? I heard my commentary and I say he's gonna have full meter. Do you know if you heard that, or did you already know you had full meter to do the super?
I knew I had full meter because I dropped the goddamn combo right before that when I had full meter.
You know, because you only got the full meter right before that, right? I think right after the combo. After that, I think.
I just remember I had meter, and I was like, at that point, I knew I didn't hear you. I never heard any of the commentary.
I never considered it until I watched it like last week, and I was like, damn, I definitely said it when you got full meter right then, and then you wake up and you did the super. I was like, did he subliminally hear me there and shit? Like, that's crazy.
That's funny. I never actually even thought about when you said that, like how if I ever used it, because I never heard the commentary, and even after when I'm rewatching it and I hear you say that, I've never thought about, like, did I hear that in the moment? Because I knew I've
never seen you do the super, and I'm like, that was like when I watched
that was a new one.
Yeah, I just said, like, because I when I heard it, I was like, damn, he's gonna have full meter, Knee's gonna taunt. And then you're like, super! Like, what the fuck? Like, did this motherfucker hear me? That was so funny. Anyways, go ahead to Zafina. Safe, fair, whatever. Go on. Mid, homing.
And we want Akuma super back instead. That costs a full meter.
yeah, exactly.
Actual had to
nothing.
build something. Yeah, she just needs to install, which she.
I didn't try to EXDP. That's some scrub shit, dude.
Dude,
Did
that's
they explain how she gets the install? I didn't pay attention.
probably like every fucking install character. Pop he and you get it infinitely. Like I'm so
But, I
tired.
mean, how
of
does she
it.
get it otherwise?
That's what it looked like. Just from
Does she have
what
to
I
use
saw, just-
Azazel hand shit to get it otherwise or something?
Maybe, but then yeah, the other easy caveat is just pop heat, like every other
Yeah.
install character, which I really hate. It's like, why do you get
That's not good either, yeah.
free install for popping heat? You have heat and I have to deal with, and not have to worry about your freaking install moves too. Oh yeah, and she can enhance a couple of things with this Azazel burst like power up thing. Makes everything
One
like
more thing on this. Like I was just thinking, I was talking about how the heat system is a resource, and resources in these fighting games haven't done so well. You Soul Calibur and now Tekken. And I feel like install is another resource to manage, right? And I feel like they aren't managing any of these resources well. So it's like the more resources we're having to manage, the worse it feels like everything works overall. So less resources, not more resources. That's my hope.
And you know what's like kind of like the pigeonhole that they dug themselves into? It's like you have so many characters built around having 3 bars of heat every round, Heihachi, for example, to build Warrior Instinct, or stuff that carries over like Lydia, right? Install. And then you have like ones like Eddie that doesn't carry over. So it's like if they ever wanted to make changes to the system around heat, you got to think about every character that has an install and how they're affected by it, and like the whole. It's just like you made it so much harder on yourself for no reason with all these install rules.
Especially because every character has such a unique use of heat, which was kind of like the nice part about it at the beginning. But now that when heat itself becomes such a prevalent key component of the game, where it almost feels like the tier list isn't dictated by the heat system, but it almost feels like it sometimes. But when it's like certain characters, like it feels like they revolve around heat. Like Lydia as a character would not exist without heat.
True.
It feels like Kuma 100%.
Yep.
And it's like now, how do you nerf Kuma without like gutting him as a character? How do you can't, unless you like, I guess you could. Who cares? This is bear plays. No one cares about us.
You know what they could do? They could do the biggest, easiest nerf is just make electric cost 50% chip. Like he shouldn't be able to do 5 or 6 of them, bro. Like honestly, that's too much.
Heihachi failed as a fucking trainer. If Kuma can only do 2 of them shits.
Yeah, I agree, but and yeah, he's Bear Electric's really fucking cheap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, it might not be anymore, right? We'll find out in just a couple of days when the patch notes come out.
Yeah.
What else we got to talk about in this?
Real quick,
God, there's still more.
There's still hella more.
I still remembered. Yeah.
Dude, I forgot about this. Power Crush still safe if it absorbs a hit.
That's
hate
annoying.
this. I hate this change. I was hoping these are part of the things going into season 2 where it's like, I hope they change this back. It's like they should still be just as punishable if they absorb and I can still block in time. But
yeah,
nope.
if you guys don't know what Mike's talking about, if you're doing a Power Crush move and somebody attacks into it like this, your Power Crush is now safe, even if it wasn't a safe Power Crush beforehand. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's been like that since season 1, right? So,
for Tekken 8, but it wasn't the rule in 7. Power Crushes were still just as punishable in 7 if you were able to recover in time.
Yeah.
So like the idea behind this for them, I think, is that they wanted to make Power Crushes better, right, in Tekken 8. And
because
I think
aggression is too strong, because they want something like get off me, a little breather tool. Is I understand the reasoning behind it, but I still think it's ass.
Definitely a lot more. This game, I'll be honest, I've been playing Shaheen recently, and just because like I like doing those wall sliding 3 loops, but man, I was just spamming armor move back 3+4.
Oh yeah,
crazy. Because I was like, I forgot how good and dumb it is. Because I don't use armor moves like that. My brain still doesn't work like that. So it's like having an armor move that's safe, quick, and does everything that you need it to do, and not be worried about getting punished. Because who's ducking that? No one.
King's back 3 too. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's sweet. This change,
this character,
quote unquote. First of all, someone go shit in VDX's mouth immediately.
Immediately, we need it ASAP. Stat.
He asked for someone to shit in his mouth after seeing that, and I agree. Someone shit in his mouth
right now.
Why the fuck did they give? I mean, Why the fuck does breaking throws do chip damage? Just why?
We didn't even
Yeah.
get to that part yet, Ricky.
Yeah.
I'm jumping ahead.
Dude,
I have to
while
jump the
setting
gun.
2-2 into Jaguar sprint, bro, like why does
That's
he?
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. They're giving him all sorts of
He
dumb
doesn't
shit.
need any of this. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
powered up Jaguar sprint if he gets
Powered
to
up Jaguar sprint, not in heat. I think that's part people are overlooking. Powered up Jaguar sprint, not in heat.
this
So if he's running at
character
you-
that everybody is putting like top 10 easy, top 5 maybe, you know, like consistently, like this character's been in top 5 to 10 for a while now, getting buffs.
Also, don't forget he can get a heat back, right?
I don't even care about all this.
No, but
This
say like,
part-
and now in heat, his giant swing and shining wizard are homing attacks, right? So he can get heat back during that, and the Jaguar sprint's more powerful in heat too. And if you
And-
break those throws, it takes chip damage on you.
Who the fuck wrote this shit, dude? Who's making this shit up, man? Dude,
I think this was
you-
the point. I think where I was like really checking out. I was
No,
like,
at
bro,
this
what
point,
are we doing here?
I was like in No Pants' stream. What are they doing, bro? Tell me everything's gonna be okay. This can't be real. I'm gonna wake up any minute, right? Like this
I
isn't.
swear, every new character, because I was in both chats, every new character I just saw MYK freaking out in whichever chat room he was currently in. He's like, God, why? Oh, God, why? Just freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then Irish Whip gives guaranteed
that's a good
shit.
one. That's so sick. I love this change.
Yeah, Irish Whip gives wall splat now. Before it was just a guess. Like you still
Yeah.
had to guess, but now it's just free.
That's sick.
If your back's against the wall, now you have to worry about giant swing and Irish Whip.
Oh my god, dude.
If their back's
I didn't
against the
think
wall.
about it like that.
Yeah. I did all this work to launch and carry and wall position the king player, and I gotta worry about getting giant swung and Irish whipped. Sick. Oh yeah, but muscle armor nerfed, so it's okay, guys. They added 10 frames
Yeah.
more recovery on muscle armor, which is yeah, it definitely was
That's
way
good.
too spammable. It was
That's
way
good.
too fucking spammable.
Don't downplay what they've done good.
Yeah, no,
that's a worthy nerf.
I'm definitely saying that, but then this brings me back to like
the
this.
rest of it, they got to get shit on.
Yeah, we
From-
don't need to
from-
watch the rest of it.
from PDX's mouth.
I saw this tweet, bro, after the Tekken Talk. After watching that brilliant and inspiring Tekken Talk, these are my proposed Dragunov nerfs. Down to -14, 1 frame worse on block. Now onto the buffs. It's just like the craziest shit.
So we just get modded Tekken 8, huh?
I mean,
my
this is
God.
what Devil should look like to me. Why
Yeah,
not?
true.
What's the difference,
Yeah.
man? They just modded the moves anyways.
That wasn't real if you guys didn't know.
We don't know yet. Wait till season 2. Maybe that guy. Maybe that
We
guy.
haven't
got
seen the
there
patch
early.
notes yet, to be fair.
Yeah.
So homing Giant Swing and Shining Wizard is back, even though we just got rid of those. But it's okay. It's
Only in heat.
Only in only in only in heat.
Craziest part to
Only
me,
in heat.
man.
Only in heat.
Hold on. Let's rewind, okay? Tekken 8 comes out, right? Command grabs are tracking. Everyone's like, yo, this is stupid as hell, right? Like, King is ridiculous. This is the dumbest shit ever. They're like, oh, we hear you guys. We're going to take it out. Thank you, Namco. You guys are awesome. Season 2 comes back. Hey, what if we make Giant Swing and Shining Wizard homing attacks?
I can't, dude.
Good idea.
When you break them, you take chip damage.
Who on the dev
That's
team
crazy. No,
is a King player,
says-
dude?
Look, Kane says they really don't listen. No, man, they listened. They listened. They implemented, and then they were like, "What the hell did we do before? I don't know. What if we make Giant Swing a homing attack? And Shining Wizard a homing attack?
They just fucking fixed it, bro. And they gave it back to him.
Look,
It's
I feel like you guys. I feel like you guys still are bearing the lead. Why do you throw breaks do chip damage?
No, I
Wait, dude,
agree.
wait.
I agree. We're gonna get there too. That's-
That's where we're at right now. I think.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing
I
else to
think-
talk about, right?
Why
Because-
do throws do chip damage? Just like they're only 5 damage chip, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, but it's recoverable." It's like, dude, that is not a
No, the point-
defense
the
to
point-
it.
And then all I want to know is why. That's it. I just want the devs to explain to me why. What is the point? What is the
it
reasoning?
makes perfect sense, Ricky.
Dude, why?
Well, think about it. Look, when you block something, what happens? You take chip damage.
So breaking a throw equates to a
The
block.
throw
in
didn't
this
do any chip
situation.
damage. Yeah,
But
it does do.
I saw a lot of people on Twitter also saying, shouldn't the person breaking the throw be doing chip damage to them? Like, dude,
Yeah.
who the fuck is kicking off of who here during this throw break? Jin kicks off of King. Get the fuck off me, kick. And then he's the one taking damage?
He's rolling. There's an invisible tack on the ground every time he breaks a throw, and he's just rolling his back on the tack every time for 5 points of damage. That's all it is.
Dude,
Look, I want you
this
guys
is
to know.
the grossest shit.
I meant to say this at the beginning of this podcast, and I forgot. I love Tekken. Okay,
We all
let's
do.
start there. Let's start
Unfortunately, these days is
Okay.
what it feels like. But
No, I love Tekken. I've loved Tekken for like 30 years. Okay,
we all do, man.
throw breaks doing chip damage is
fun.
one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. And now I heard that it came from Soul Calibur, right? And apparently they had it in that game. I don't know if it made sense in that game or anything because I didn't play those games a lot, right? But I do know that in Soul Calibur, the throws are guesses. You can't see whether it's this arm or that arm or an A or B throw. You just have to guess based on the positioning that they're trying to throw you, right, Ricky?
Yep.
Yeah. So in Tekken, the throws are reaction based. So they are skill based throws, right? You can see and react.
Other than
The one,
King,
the two, or
because
the
he
one
has
plus two, right?
giant swing and shiny
Sure.
wizard. Yeah.
One exception there, right? But this throw chip damage thing is for all characters, right? It's not just a King specific thing in season 2.
Every character in Heat chip
Right.
damage on throw breaks.
So now, as a skilled player, you are reacting to this throw and taking damage for being a skillful player.
How dare you?
Like that is crazy. And reacting to throws in Tekken is not easy. They've made it easier. They have definitely made it easier.
Easiest
But
it's ever been. Yeah.
you still have to practice and put in time to get good enough to do that shit so that you can take damage now. What?
That is so crazy, bro.
You know? Come
Like,
on.
how did they even get greenlit? How did they even make it into the game? Like, somebody had to say, let's add chip damage to throws. And other people had to say, yeah, let's fucking add that shit into the game. And other people had to say, yeah, let me fucking code that shit in, punch the fucking numbers in, take that fucking life off. But other people had to be involved. How did it even get past like 2 people?
I'm pretty sure it only has to get past 2 people.
No,
I think
it's
it only has
probably-
to get past one sometimes, you know? But like,
Maybe it needs to get through more people at this point.
I think a lot of devs would probably agree with that, and a lot of devs probably don't have any control over that.
I think that's the bigger thing. Yeah.
I'm not saying, and I'm not putting any claims out there because I don't know shit about who
Right.
does any devs on.
No
this
one
shit.
knows anything, right?
But it's
Except
very
for the
clear
team.
that there's a lot of influences from other places. Seriously, why the fuck does it chip damage? Like, no, that's all I want. I just want a reasoning because
Yeah.
it makes no sense one way or the other. Like, it's such an insignificant change in a sense that it exists just to piss people off. That's
Dude,
really all it is.
someone-
It exists just to piss people off.
Someone is gonna die in a super clutch match, throw break into down 4, and we're all gonna be like, that was the sickest shit ever, bro. That was the sickest shit ever, man. Throw break into down 4, he died. And he wouldn't have died normally because he would have survived that down 4. But thank you, Chip.
Wait, was there have you guys like seen any person who was legitimately saying that this was a good change? And I'm glad that Tekken has chip damage on throw breaks now.
I don't think anybody's said that ever.
I haven't seen one. I've been on
Zero.
Twitter for a minute. I haven't seen anything.
To be quite honest, this whole Tekken talk was like one of those things where I was like, who are they doing this for? Because everything that they like they implemented in it, like just felt like they were talking to the wrong audience. But at the same time, I'm like, which audience wants to hear any of this shit? Because it's like a casual player is gonna watch this and be like, I don't give a fuck about any of this, and none of this has to do with me. You know, it's like this is all for like the nerds. And the nerds are pissed.
Dude, you know what the best response from a
Good point.
casual player I heard from this whole scenario? It's like, oh, that's fine. I don't break throws anyway.
That's what it's for.
He's like, oh, I don't give a fuck about this change. I'm not gonna break the throw anyway.
It's
I'm like, what level player do you have to be to accept that? You know?
Damn. You have to genuinely just be a completely brand new player who hasn't had any real foundation of Tekken knowledge to sit on, right? So you have no history. So any changes that happen is just like, oh, this is an organic change. You know, this is how it might just be from here on out because they've never, you know, been around Tekken that long. Which,
like,
this video is not for them.
No, and I completely agree. And now that you said all that, I think I'm starting to understand it. Like, if you are a complete scrub. Sorry, if you're a complete new player playing against a complete new player, right? And you're like, oh, throws are really good. I'm just going to throw you a bunch, right? And then, oh, you guessed that one right? What the hell? That's bullshit, right? And then they take chip damage. Like, oh, at least I got some chip damage off that one, though. You know, like, I think that's literally the level of player you're catering to. Like, literally that level.
Oh, that's so gross. I can't
imagine it making any sense to anyone else higher than that.
When you paint it out that way, it's so gross, man. You're literally,
I think that's the only way it makes sense.
Catering to button masher. But then you know what's crazy too? Like, what the fuck are these? Really make sense. Who are these Tekken Talks
that's
for,
the most sense I can make it make sense for me.
Yeah, it still makes no sense, man. It's just garbage change. Like, bro, why are we adding Soul Calibur shit into Tekken if Soul Calibur died, bro? Like, why?
Hey, Mike. Hey.
Hey, let's not. Let's not make fun of the
saying what we're all thinking, man.
No one's thinking that, Mike.
I'm thinking it.
All right.
Bro, look, I love Soul Calibur over here.
Wait, Ricky. You played Soul Calibur when it had chip damage and throw breaks, right?
Yeah, Soul Calibur 5.
Did that shit make any sense back then? Does Soul Calibur community like that shit?
No. So I'm pretty sure I'm fairly confident in 8 you can't die to chip throws. I'm gonna just assume that because you can't die to chip in Tekken 8. I'm fairly confident in Soul Calibur 5 you could die to breaking a throw.
Oh fuck. Oh shit.
I'm not 100% positive about that, but it might have been a thing.
Oh my god, if that happens in Tekken 8, bro, I think we're gonna lose players. Like, I can't. Can you imagine? Knee breaks a throw and dies to Arslan Ash or some shit, or the reverse. Arslan dies because he broke a throw from knee. Ooh, I hope that happens. Oh god, I hope I'm commentating when it happens. That sounds fun.
This shit is crazy.
And I don't mean that like in a good way. Just
like, you know, I want to watch the world burn type of chaos.
Yeah, that kind of way. Yeah,
yeah, I get it. It's crazy, man. You spend so much time learning how to throw break, and then now, like, especially for new players that really want to take this shit seriously, right? They actually spend the time to learn how to throw break and shit, and now you're punishing them? Like, what? Why am I getting punished, bro?
Going back to the whole, like, you know, they have a bunch of Soul Calibur devs and fucking, you know, why are they bringing Soul Calibur things and if Soul Calibur's dead, etc. Like, this is one of those clear cases of something that came from Soul Calibur to Tekken. This isn't like, you know, where did they get this idea from? You know, it's like right over there, right? It was there. It was those guys, you know, like, because the Tekken guys for 25 years didn't put the shit in there, right? So it's a very recent addition. That's a brutal one. I mean, there's still hope, right? That maybe on Friday the patches will be like, just kidding. That's not going to be in there. You think this shit's going to actually launch in season 2 with this in there?
Bro.
With all the shit that we've seen in there, yeah. But I mean, there's gonna be so much shit in there in this that we haven't seen. So like, I think, like, honestly, I feel like we legit only got like 15% of what the actual patch is gonna actually be like.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, they said 1,500 lines of changes. We saw like maybe not even 100, I think. So
we didn't even see 100. We saw like maybe 50.
The system changes feel pretty drastic though, and they definitely feel catered to the newer player, which while I'm okay with if you're trying to make Tekken a new player friendly game, sure, whatever. But it's not a Tekken Talk topic type of thing, you know. It's like, and it's almost like they tried to hide all the new player shit in terms of like balancing. This is a balance thing. And it's like, that's not a balance thing. That's more like you're trying to nerf everything or make everything easier for players. And I don't feel like that's a balance more than it is just like a make it easier so everyone can play the game fairly, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. they're saying we gotta wait for the game, wait for the patch notes, but from what we've seen, like I'm looking at the shit I'm looking at right now, man. Jin got all these fucking strong aerial tailspins he never had before. Like I don't need a patch note to tell me that. But yeah, we definitely don't have the full picture still. You know, it's like but
the game's going to be very different. But it's clear we can see the direction just from the little bit that they've shown us. And even without seeing the rest of it, we still know a big chunk of the direction just from the stuff they've shown us and told us, you know, about the side steps and everything.
In terms of like the stuff that we don't like in 8, right? It's like the can 50-50s into hard 50-50s and stuff like that. But in the Evo video, they said not every situation is going to be a 50-50, but even 33 guesses or like mash, step, or freaking block hot, mid or low, like that shit don't feel good all the time either, you know? So I think it's hard to find a balance to this, but I think there was like a couple numbers I just wanted to see change for season 2, just like the plus 17 engager was like a big deal. Like how they changed the heat dash plus 18 minimum. Like all they had to do was change a couple of those in my eyes, but I don't know. I guess we got to see what the full patch notes look like for season 2, which should be when the day that it drops is what Murray said, I believe, during Tekken Talk.
Yeah.
But I think,
to drop the same day as the patch.
Yeah, that's what he said.
They want the same day.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, instead of having it a day or two and people pissed off online. Yeah.
Don't let people read and get a head start on it before they can actually play it. Drop that shit at the same time so that when people look at it, then they go test it, then they can be pissed.
Wait, but seriously though, like there's gonna be 1,500 changes. Like, how many people are actually gonna read the whole thing? I think most people can look at their own character and go start experimenting with that shit, right?
For sure.
Yeah, it's only gonna be like a handful of play. And first, and like no one's gonna look at it all unless like they're FDX and making content or some shit.
Exactly.
Right? Other than that, you're like whoever you're gonna look at that shit when you need to, not when you're not gonna unless like shit's like your job.
You know, it's pretty funny. Like they said that they don't release it because then people will look at the thing and they're gonna be all pissed off because they don't have the game in front of them, so they won't be able to tell what the changes actually are. And I see in the chat, this guy's like, people are pissed already. They might as well release the damn notes. I was like, you know, how much worse could it be?
True.
He's right.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
It doesn't matter. No, you could release the best patch notes of all time and people would still be pissed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
That's just how fans are.
Crazy. But yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about for season 2?
Show the previews of the characters.
Oh yeah, the last part.
Trailer left, bro.
Oh yeah, I already stopped playing the video.
You're already like so like
Mike's checked out, bro.
Yeah.
No, the chip damage on throws, man, that shit really pissed me.
Dude, the key charge tournament. Yeah, here it is.
You guys all have something you're pissed about. Key charge. Like for me, like the throw breaks was the thing that like was just what the fuck are they doing? Like everything else kind of was just like, all right, look, like I get it. You guys don't know how to fix it, so you're just trying to put a band-aid over it. Most of the things. But that one was just like, what the fuck kind of changes that? That makes who wants that? Not even King players don't even want that.
Nobody wants it. Nobody wanted that. Nobody asked for it. Nobody wanted it. Like, I don't even know how it got okay to make it into the game.
No, seriously, I feel like its existence is only there just to piss us off.
Why would they do
the
that?
community in general?
I've actually heard some people claim that maybe this Tekken Talk was because this thing's released on April 1st and it's a big elaborate April Fool's joke.
Yeah,
shit sucks if it does, dude. This is so bad.
Imagine if it actually was though. This whole thing is April Fool's, and then April 1st drops season 2, and there's no heat system.
And it's the most amazing Tekken ever.
Again.
That would be crazy. That would be the best April Fool's joke of all time.
April Fool's when you
that is
Tekken 8,
mad fucking copium, dude. That is crazy amounts of copium.
Insanely high. Yeah, I know. I'm being optimistic here. Okay. Anyways, look. Here's what they announced for this character and stage pass. The stage is going to be Pac-Man thing. So they're bringing back Pac-Man stage, right? Like that was
I don't know if it's going to be like arena reskinned into Pac-Man again. I kind of hope it's not. I hope it's like a brand new unique stage. Like,
I think it's going to be the same thing.
Arena reskinned? Oh,
I think so. Yeah. I think so. That's what I thought. And that's the worst part about it, right? Like as a stage pass, you kind of want them to give you something like brand new and exciting, right? So like the fact is Pac-Man is like, oh, okay, it's kind of the same thing we had before. A lot of people wanted the Pac-Man stage back.
I like the song. Yeah, I like the stage too. I liked it better than regular arena. They should have never
Sure.
changed it back to regular arena.
That's what we all felt like, right? But it's Pac-Man's not Tekken, right?
Actually,
so anyways,
wait. You know what? No, maybe it probably won't be because it's going to be a brand new stage. Whereas that was just a reskin of the arena
Exactly.
stage, right? So yeah, okay. No,
So
no.
there's a chance it's like a full-on stage, not just
Yeah, I'd be
hope it's
down
an
with
arena
it.
reskin. But
How many-
we'll see.
We already have 2 arenas basically, right? Or 3 if you count Heihachi stage, I think.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Apparently,
like
the
Heihachi
walls
stage,
aren't
arena,
exactly
one.
the same. Apparently, Heihachi's a little different dimensions for the wall
Okay.
angles, so it's not
Alright.
exactly
Very
arena.
different then. It's completely different.
No more. Well, I guess it's already too late. They already put Pac-Man in, but let's just hope it's not an arena style stage. I want it to be something sick. Fighting a Pac-Man actual maze.
All I have, that'd be dope. Actually, yeah. All I gotta say, no more 24 in length stages. There's too many in Tekken 8, and the 24 is too fucking small, dude. I had more 30s and 32s and 36s and shit. You know, it's like 24 being the most common size stage in length is too small. You could easily get wall to wall.
Well, I am glad that they showed off that fact that it's returning a new challenger. Although I was thinking new challenge. Oh, didn't they say the new challenger was a brand new
Tekken
original character?
Brand new, yeah.
So it's not. It can't be a guest character.
I know who it is.
Who?
Devil Reina.
No way. Already?
Why not?
I thought they'd
It's
be
a
saving
new character
her for
in Tekken.
Tekken 9.
It's
or
right
something.
there. They already showed it to you
Yeah.
in the story mode. It makes the most sense. And her
Yeah.
skin color is kind of weird, right? Devil Reina? Wasn't it kind of paley, like Kazumi devil form?
Doesn't she turn like purplish like Kazuya?
I actually don't remember.
What?
It's possible. Purple cyan, same shit.
That grossed
Damn.
me out. I don't like that one bit.
I don't know.
What?
I played the story mode one time.
Who's the colorblind one? Okay, but when I first saw this, I was like, blue, Lei, purple, Ganryu, Ricky and Sukin, happy. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
That would be sick.
that's just not gonna
Look, man,
happen.
I saw Markman tweet, and his first tweet was, I wish this is Bruce and Ganu. So I was like, oh, they're not coming back.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're not coming back for Tekken 8.
Yep. So I saw the blue here and then that flame on the bottom. Like, doesn't Bruce have kind of blue shorts with flames on the bottom?
no.
Doesn't he? Tekken 5?
He just has blue shorts, man.
There's nothing
Yeah,
on him?
Not like flames.
No.
Hold up, man. I gotta go Google a picture.
Oh, maybe
Was
they
he
were flames,
cyan too?
actually. No, yeah, in 5.0, didn't he? Might be
thought
right.
so.
I remember because in
Flames?
VR he had the
I don't
pink,
remember
the
flames.
pink one. They might not be.
He's got something on the side of it. It's like I don't know what the hell to call this thing, but he's got
But-
something on
but-
it.
Well, bro, you can't. Everything in fucking Tekken has flames on it. Come on, dude.
That's not
I don't know, man.
flames,
Shit.
It just said color coded anyway. So it's like you got a darker blue for summer and then this bright ass purple for autumn.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
So-
whatever. It's
think
gonna be
I'm a-
maybe Bruce, maybe Lei. What else is blue? Bob?
People said Bob.
I said,
but then
I
you
said
you
just
gotta
to
look
piss
at
people
how
off.
dark the blue is. It's like a really royal blue, you know?
Dude,
It's not-
last time they had blue was Heihachi.
yeah, that was the weird one. But then I was thinking
Kazumi
like
and Kunimitsu.
Heihachi T3 pants, with like the T3 blue pants that he always had.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But they never even confirmed that shit was color coded last time anyway.
Nope.
They just,
But it ended
it
up
was,
being.
though, wasn't
It was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. It just
purple-
happened that way.
So purple here could be Julia, streamer Julia. It could be Ganryu, Kunimitsu.
It's Kuni.
I think it probably is. It was
Isn't
just depressing.
Fakumam blue or purple too? It's one
Yeah.
of them.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking this is gonna be Fakumram Kunimitsu.
If it's
And-
Fakumram Kuni, bro.
Oh
This
my
is the
god.
perfect. It's the perfect topper for season 2, man. Just make everyone happy, and then just bring
Everyone
back,
happy?
Yeah, then bring back
Sorry.
Tekken 7 Leroy as the new
Dude,
challenger
if
again.
it's Kuni
Just bring it back.
Fakumram, bro, for the returning characters. It's been nice knowing you guys, man. it's been a fun ride.
Yeah.
I mean, who
mean,
knows, dude? It could be.
that's-
The nice part is though that it is returning. So there's a
I
lot.
thought you were
of-
gonna say is that you can return it. I was like, oh.
No.
I was like, okay.
I mean that's always possible too. But the fact that we're gonna have 2 returning characters and 1 new challenger, at least we know that. So
Yeah.
they at least they followed that kind of thing where it's like we'll tell you guys a little
Yes.
bit.
On that note, they had that poll where they were like,
Yeah.
hey, how should we do this sort of deal? And everyone's like, oh, tell us everything at once so we know what we're buying. And they're like, oh, but we like the hype of the event sort of deal. I think what they did here is actually perfect. Like,
Yeah, it's
I
like a
think
nice middle ground.
yeah, like some people, I know people want more. They want at least like the names of the characters or some shit, right? But like, I think this honestly can still let us have a lot of hype throughout the year, and we have some
Yeah.
kind of expectation of what to get.
I like the hype announcements, man. Like the Yachi reveal at Evo last year was dope. Like
Yeah.
that.
1 second. This guy donated. He says the only solution is to ban Heat in competitive play. That way, they'll force them to either
Ban
nerf
Heat.
it or reconsider their decision. For example, when Fakron got banned in Pakistan, the nerfs came almost instantly. So ban it in Pakistan, then, bro. Like, I don't know, man. We can't ban it everywhere. Everyone wants to be part of the TWT. It starts up next month. There's not that many tournaments happening outside of the TWT.
No, it's not that you ban it. It has to be a community ban. Like,
Yeah.
you all got to get onto Discord.
Like some chivalry, like honorary shit.
And
Yeah, we'll start tagging people on Twitter like this motherfucker used Heat.
Get him! Get that
Fuck
guy!
that guy.
Dirty fucking
What a-
heat user
what a
over there.
jerk. Yeah, dude. Can you
Filthy
believe this
fucking
guy?
heat user.
You imagine Pork Chop
Accidental
just
heat
enters a
engager, huh? Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bro, Pork Chop
Accidental use
enters
that
a
safe ass
tournament
move again, huh? Okay, I see how it is.
if he doesn't even know the rules, he just pops heat on accident. Like, no one's gonna tell him otherwise. Like, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna try that.
Dude, that
God.
should be funny. Yeah.
That ain't no
That ain't
way
happening.
that's happening.
It's not happening, bro.
That'd be sick.
Oh, man. What else we got to talk about here, Mike?
I think that's pretty much about it. Other than like, the returning characters, we're all speculating who it's gonna be. Blue,
Oh, yeah.
violet, purple. I don't know what you call this. More violet than purple, I think. And then you have this weird like aqua
Oh.
green, I think, right, for this last one.
That's Ronaldo's team colors, I hear.
Wasn't there a guy in this New York stage in one of the advertisements that's like an MMA fighter?
Oh, yeah.
I
Could be
think
that guy.
I was thinking it was gonna be him as a character coming back.
Could be.
Yeah, maybe.
Coming back.
Or not coming back, or like it's like in the game already and actual playable now. Well, we'll see.
That's
Yeah, I have no
lame.
idea.
I think it's lame too, but we'll see. Brand new character, probably gonna be some martial arts. Didn't they say it's some real martial arts character? I'm pretty sure they
Did
did.
they? I have no idea.
I think they did the
hope
last
so.
Tekken Talk, not this one, the one
You
before
telling,
this
you
one.
telling me Clive's martial art is not a martial art? Whatever the fuck he does.
Hell,
Call a
fucking
dog.
Garuda! Come on.
Power of God and anime on his side, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they're all color coordinated. Green,
Mhm.
red, blue, orange. But yeah,
Makes
that's
sense.
season 2 in a nutshell. I think other
So
than that,
far.
yeah, we
So
got
far.
2XKO that just came out with a huge info dump, hour-long video.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it
I
yet
watched the whole
either.
thing. Yeah, I watched it. They redid a lot. The game is very different than the last time that people played it. They changed like the inputs for the supers and everything.
Oh, I saw that.
They changed a lot of inputs actually, like overheads and launchers. Lots of differences, but basically they're gonna have their Alpha Lab number 2 coming out April 18th to 20th. So it's basically I think it's right before City of the Wolves comes out.
Oh,
And
nice.
they also announced that the game is going to launch with 10 characters. So kind of a small roster, but it is interesting. I think my big takeaway from watching that video was they're really focusing on the 2v2 aspect. So they wanted people who have like no experience to really be able to play the game with their friends who can play fighting games. So they want to have that like support role, So they have some, I forgot what it's called, but there's some kind of mode where you are just the assist the whole time. And the other point character has like more health or stuff, So it's pretty interesting.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
It did a lot of stuff. So there's a lot. My only like negative about that game really is just that there's so much. Like there's
too
all these
much,
different
yeah.
ways to play it, and it's like I don't know
That's
how
probably
to
the reason
absorb all
why
that.
10 characters is probably the best way to start off. This is a
Oh,
free
yeah.
game, right?
True.
10 characters,
Yeah.
make it easy to learn. Yeah,
And they're going to expand over time. That's not
Yeah,
like
of course.
permanently 10. Yeah,
Did they say when
every
the
Riot
release
game
date is?
usually starts pretty like.
they didn't. Go ahead, Ricky.
No, I was saying like every Riot game usually starts like with a pretty small roster to begin with.
Yeah,
And then they just, since it's free, then they just keep adding on later and later. So the roster's going to get fucking huge at some point. I mean, they have fucking
for
like
sure.
300 characters they can dive into for
But-
fucking League.
honestly, like their characters are so detailed. Like it probably takes them a long time to make each one.
Oh, Of course.
Like
dude.
they
I
showed a
mean,
lot of Jinx in this, and Jinx looks fucking dope, dude. Like she has like the craziest kind of like ways to link combos together with like projectiles that track. You can hit the projectile to make it go farther, to connect, to stun the opponent, to continue the
Oh,
combo and
cool.
shit. Like all kinds of like rocket jumping to like air super. Like it's really, really cool.
So like you
Super
shooting
dope.
your own projectile to make it bounce?
And they can shoot it back and stuff too. Like it's this, but like if you're in a combo, you can like stun them, shoot the projectile to get closer to them to continue the combo. It's like really, really detailed, cool combo design that obviously took them a long time to figure out and flesh out and put it all together.
Dope. Yeah. So
Yeah.
2XKO coming out.
Unconquerable.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! And, that latest video has
Cool.
Unconquerable and Clockwork. So
Mm.
shouts to both those
Clockwork
guys.
looks crazy now. I mean,
You got the beard, right? The beard with
The beard is getting
everything.
crazier. I mean, no, he's been like bald and bearded out for like, I want to say like 5 years, but every time I
Mhm.
see him, I'm like, whoa.
The beard is like
Every time-
Always a
getting
surprise.
Gandalf style. It's getting real
Yeah.
long.
The
That's
wisdom, the
awesome.
wisdom there is getting real deep.
Mhm,
He's dope,
mhm.
dude. Both of those guys are dope. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to those two. Used to see them all the time back at like Super Arcade days and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My
But
favorite Clockwork moment was when I saw him one time at a tournament and he was walking around with a hitbox. And I looked at the hitbox and I looked at him and he looked at me and he just says, I know. like the disappointment. Yeah, and at that point, but after that, I was like, you know what? I respect that because he just said, "I know." I was like, yeah, you know what, though? Fuck it, you gotta go.
That was back then, He's an
that's
early
when
adopter.
people still had shame, Like now people do that shit with no shame. Like hell yeah,
Yeah, there's,
motherfucking.
The fact that he just said, "I know," I was like, all right, go get him, Tiger.
Yeah.
You got this.
God, man. It's like, damn, I don't even feel bad for saying it no more. It's like he already knows.
Yeah. So I'm reading the chat real quick. So there was a NA versus EU talk.
Oh
on,
yeah, that got
the E3
completely
podcast.
swept under the rug.
Yeah, all that for sure. But they just had his podcast. They were talking about it there. And Joka was like going in on Speed Kicks, whatever. And I was like, dude, Speed Kicks should be on the NA team. And then Speed Kicks called me an EU double agent. And I was like, what? What does that even mean, bro? Like, you guys really think that I went around calling myself the law of America because I want to be an EU representative? Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's the craziest shit ever.
Damn.
Anyway,
Did he only say that because you suggested that he be on the team?
I don't know why he said it, to be honest.
I think the way you said it, the way you worded it like that, made it sound like he's trying to say that if he was on the NA team, they would lose.
Why
No,
isn't he
I don't think
on
so. I
the
don't think
team?
at all.
Like, what
No,
is all this like reasoning between like him not wanting
Here's-
to play? Just fucking.
I don't know what that is, but here's my thought about this, right? About why he should be on the team. He made top 10 at Evo.
Yeah. Like
How do you not take someone from top 10 at Evo to be on the top 10 of America? If
If he doesn't want to be on the team, he doesn't want to
Dude,
be on the team.
I understand. I'm just saying if you want to put the best team forward, though. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
And America, the land of the shame. We don't want to put our best foot
Wow.
forward. We're gonna put
The land
whoever
of shame?
we're gonna put whoever the fuck we think is good enough to not make us look bad.
There you
And
go.
if that's what it's going down to. Speed Kicks,
Yeah.
stay on the bench, bitch. We don't need you to lose like all these other losers out here in NA that are gonna lose like a bunch of losers. All right.
Wait, what? Are you a double agent for you? What the hell's happening right
Well,
now?
I don't know what's happening anymore either.
lost track,
Ricky
dude.
might be a double
I lost
agent
plot.
though.
Europe's also a bunch of losers too. this 10v10 is for a bunch of losers. All right, it's the battle of the losers. No one wants the third place, fourth place trophy, but here
That's
we
true.
are out here.
We're always
you know what's-
battling for last place or not
Although,
last
you know what, though?
place.
Let me. The truce was when the season 2 announcement came out.
Yep, that shit was funny as hell.
EU and America was like, let's put the trash
Kumbaya.
aside real quick.
Join forces. We have a common enemy now. Dude, it's like the whole community put all their differences aside and we're like,
That shit was
that
so
fucking
crazy.
Tekken Talk, man. That shit was golden, dude.
Who do you guys wait? All right, honest question then. Who's on the 10v10?
I don't
For
know.
America.
I don't know.
I actually made a list.
Oh,
I mean,
Are they
Because
really
because
like
it's gotta be
playing and
wrong.
actually can
No,
travel to?
I mean, listen.
don't know.
I made 2 lists. Okay,
Okay.
so because Joka was talking shit to me, so he asked me who I'd put on my team. I said, I'm
I
scrolling
mean,
up to find it.
That's like asking Michael Jordan, who do you want?
It's
no,
hard.
not Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan.
I'm
was
Michael
good.
Jordan. Thanks, Ricky. Anyways,
Fuck.
for my
God
top
damn it,
10,
I meant to call you.
Why did
Well,
you-
too late. Owners?
too
God damn it.
late. My
Fuck.
top 10, I said, was Shadow, Anakin, Cuddlecore, Peeling, Victim, King Ray Jr., Joe Crush, Fighting GM, Speed Kicks, Jimmy J. And then I said, I said that team would win, but that team would also never show up. So pretty unlikely.
So then who's your real team?
More like a team that I think might show up would be like Shadow, Anakin, Cuddlecore, Peeling, Victim, King Ray Jr., Joe Crush, Ty, Fear, Trizzy, Ninja Killa, etc., etc. So like there's a couple other players you could swap out. Yeah. So it's still a strong team, but not as guaranteed of a victory, I think.
I don't think it was guaranteed with your first team.
I think it was guaranteed my first team.
I mean,
I know EU's weakness. I've assembled a perfect squad.
Dude, I was in Joker's stream and somebody was like, what are we going to do about Jasandi and Jake, man? And Joker was like, keep it down. They don't fucking know. Like, we don't have any kings over here.
That's
so
thing too. There's so many good players I'd left off. Like Jasandi and Jake were not on my list, right? Joey Fury, not on my list. And it's like, Jasandi and Jake, man, they probably play the game way more. And the only reason I didn't put Joey on the list is because I feel like he hasn't been playing much. I haven't seen him in the TNSs and stuff, you know, like grinding like everyone else is. So I felt like he doesn't care as much as he used to. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that completely, but that was just my own personal biased perspective.
I mean, if this 10v10 really is getting serious and all that shit, then yeah, maybe I would say throw a king player in there. That's just my pick.
I think so.
Yeah, just throw a big ass wrench in their gears.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Especially with season 2.
Can we just make a team full of 10 kings? We have enough.
SoCal's big enough. We probably got enough.
Dude, they probably can't even beat that team.
Bro,
Divine Nexus, he'd be great too.
Dude, Little Majin, freaking Mondo Savage. Bring all the all the NA kings on one team, bro. We'll fucking smoke
them. There's no way NA wins. There's no way. Shit, what did I say? There's no way EU wins that, dude.
Double agent, we got him. We got him. Double agent, get his ass. Got his ass. Oh shit.
I mean,
damn, Spag slipping you the Prime subscription under the table right now.
Yeah. Damn, yeah. EU subs, get on it, dude. Come on.
But yeah, 10v10. Hopefully that happens whenever the season 2 talk dies down and we get back to hating each other, I guess. Well, right now it's peaceful. Right now it's like,
right now we all have a common enemy.
Yep,
the game itself. You know?
That shit is too funny, man.
The regions are like, dude, I don't want to play you in this game. No, we don't want to play anyone in this game. Like, all right, fine. I guess we'll take a break.
That was exactly like the first tweets I was seeing. It's like, hold off on the 10v10. We don't want to play this shit.
Not yet, at least. Not until we get the full picture.
Yeah, Rhythm is great too. Yeah, it's a lot of, I mean, like I said, NA has a ton of good players. A lot of new players have stepped up over the last few years.
For sure.
Over the last year and a half even, you know, just in Tekken 8.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun to watch. And especially with the Pakistan Korea thing just happening. Yeah. It's just when, right? Like early in the year, later half of the year, who knows? But
I think they're setting it up. I've heard Spag already said he's got like 2 possible places it's going to happen, and like all the plans are coming together, and if everything happens, it's going to be even sicker than before. So I actually believe in Spag to making this happen. So I think it's going to happen, because I've also seen like the Hadoas tweeting about it. So it's going to happen.
Bro, let
what
me
other
be in
2
there.
regions could you get to beef like this if some random Korean guy from on the other side of the world just randomly tweets, I want to see these 2 countries fight? And then these fuck that other country.
Who tweeted that? That was
Rangchu? Like Rangchu. It's like one of the It's like,
that was
he started war for no reason, dude.
You know, Spag was probably with them right then and told me, yo, man.
You think Spag was the one that? Oh,
of course, he's
damn.
Around,
he borrowed his phone.
No, okay. I respect that way more than I thought. It was just 2 nations beefing just because one Korean kid was like, yo, you guys want to fight? Yeah. Spag starting it through an agent like that? That's what's up.
I mean, come on. You guys all know Middle East is better than Australia, right? Obviously.
Damn, we're just starting all kinds of. We're just whoa.
You just said there.
What? What do you say?
I'm chilling.
It is what it is, man. I'm just saying. Make it 10, make it happen. I want to watch it.
I don't think you can get them to start fights in Tekken.
He's every agent, bro. He is the agent. Oh man. But yeah, hopefully 10v10 happening. Seems like Spag is trying to get it to happen in EU this time, because last time we had it in NA at Combo Breaker for end of 7.
Evil France.
Yeah. So it's going to have to be 10 NA players with a passport. So we need to get on that.
I'll say this though. One thing I've known about NA traveling to EU, normally from what I've seen in the past, just send Bronson, and they're normally pissed off. You can put the entire country on tilt if Bronson is there.
True. You know what's
Damn,
crazy
Coach
to me?
Bronson.
You know what's crazy to me though? Ever since the whole Tekken 7 10v10, right? It's like everything that they've said, it's like NA's always like outplaced them, man. Outplaced at Evo. They said that we can't fly over there and do good at their tournament in their homeland. King Ray Jr., highest placing NA at that Masters. Like, I don't know what else they want, man.
Who cares?
They just want to keep getting runbacks every game. Like, we're just going to keep giving them a runback every year until they finally get one.
No, because no matter what they do, we're not going to give them any credit. No matter what we do, they're not going to give us any credit.
We won the 10v10 last time, and everybody on Twitter was like, nobody gives a fuck, dude. We already knew we were going to win. We didn't even tweet. We didn't even have to make any crazy tweets. It's always EU trying to prove themselves, man, because they never fucking beat us. It's like, get good. I don't know what to say. Sorry.
Man, I mean...
It's just this is all fodder for EU to like just like some editor.
They're putting on complication.
Big compilation being made right now.
I'm not a double agent, okay? But that being said, this is the best chance that EU has ever had.
I can't believe this double agent just said that on his own channel.
He hella is a double agent. Holy shit.
No. Wait, hear me out, dude. Look at this. I mean, let's think back to like Tekken 5, all right? Like, you know, I went out to EU in 2010. I outplaced all of them, right? Me, I'm not even good. And I did that back in like 2012 or whatever, right? Whatever 2010 I think it was. It doesn't matter. Point is, back then, Tekken 6, right? There was back roll catches in that game and shit, right? You had to be smart, right? Tekken Tag 2 and shit. Now you got Tag Crash of Tekken 7, Rage Arts, comeback mechanics, power crushes and shit, rage drives, wall bounces. Tekken 8 comes along. Now you got the heat system. You've got plus 17 engagers. You got 50-50s. You got installs and shit. Throws do fucking chip damage. There's no more key charge. There's no more jump over tech catches and shit, man. This is your best fucking chance. You don't need as much of a brain anymore. You guys got this shit. You got a chance now, bro.
Holy shit. Best chance you're ever gonna get.
Yeah. They've leveled the playing field for you guys, man. Come on.
Why don't they love this season 2?
That's true.
They do.
EU's the only region that loves this shit. This was made for us. Yeah, more bullshit 50-50s. Yes.
They got a chance now. Trolls are easier to break, dude. They got a chance now.
EU never said that, by the way.
They didn't.
My Twitter has never been filled with more like UK hate. And that's not people getting mad at UK. So people from the UK just hateful tweeting. Usually they're the nicest people on my timeline. They're just all just tweeting some obscenities.
That shit is great. Shit has been good. Well, yeah, 10v10 hopefully happens later this year. Look forward to it. EU versus NA, the run back in Tekken 8. Last time, NA won. And every time after that, NA's won. But maybe
we're going to keep
time.
bringing that up until EU beats us, and then we just won't talk about it ever.
Yeah, and then we'll just be even, so who cares?
Yeah. Not even even. We're still like 10-1, but you know.
Yeah, and we wanted the more skillful game, so who cares?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But they still have Reinhardt, so that's all that matters.
That's true.
Damn. But
we have Justin Wong though.
Also true. But yeah,
always Canadian.
We don't bring that up anymore. He's from NY. We're also top 15 best fighting game podcast.
What? Why did you bring this up?
Because we're top 3 now.
Wait, what?
They
Who
just
made this list, dude?
I don't know.
I've never even seen this shit. I think I heard about this shit forever ago, and we were like top 15 or something. Now we're top 3.
We're top 3 now, bro.
We haven't done a podcast since December. It's March 27th right now.
We're killing it, bro.
The BOOMcast will be here for you.
We were barely top 15. Now we're top 3.
Wait, who's in front of us? Who the hell is that?
Double tap.
Right, we got a reason.
And here comes a new challenger.
Podcast.
There we go.
It's crazy.
We're top 3, boys. We could get that first place spot. Right. We're in the money.
Hey, whoever you are running that page, you have good taste.
There you go.
I think
that was updated. This is March 25th. That was updated 2 days ago.
Damn, we're moving up without even doing podcasts. That's amazing.
They knew that we were going to do an episode this week and pushed us up just so that they could get fucking...
Mike,
ads.
Did you make that fucking website?
Hella not me. I haven't made a website in years, bro.
Mike, did you get a sponsorship from them at least for that ad read that you just did
That
for
was
them?
crazy.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't
that
get a
was
sponsorship either.
unexpected,
Oh,
Wow. All right.
You guys
Oh.
owe us.
Yeah,
You
they
guys watch the
hella
top
owe
3
us.
podcast.
Yep.
Congrats,
Top
chat.
3 fucking podcasts. But yeah, that's pretty much the episode. Season 2 in
Mhm.
a couple days now, like end of the week. That's with early access with the season pass, or
Yeah, early access. I don't have the pass yet. I need to get a pass.
fuck, I need to buy the pass.
Wait, you don't get season 2 early if you don't have the pass?
Why would you?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, you probably get
Ronaldo.
season 2. You just don't get the character.
Get the characters. The characters, the early access.
Yeah. But season 2 comes out for everyone.
How
yeah.
about this? That'd be fucking bunk if the update just went
That would
live.
be
It's like, oh, you didn't
crazy.
you don't buy the pass? All right, you can't play.
No, yeah. You're
Offline
right.
mode for 3 days.
Good clarification, Ricky.
Oh yeah, Fatal Fury also real quick added Ronaldo. Crazy.
Yeah. If you guys didn't see this, this is Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. This game's coming out next month.
This might be the craziest announcement of the entire week
I'd,
or of all
wild.
time.
I mean, they like hinted and teased at it before, right? So
Yeah,
it wasn't
no-
like unexpected, but to see it in game now, it's like, oh, he's actually a character.
yeah, like a
Wild.
playable character. Like you could pick
Yeah.
him to win tournaments with. Like what the hell?
And this is what I was saying. Like, I randomly just saw like how much influencers charge for the Instagram posts, right? And he has 650 million followers on Instagram, and he charges, I think, 3 million per post, right? For one post, 3 million on his Instagram. So, like, how much does it cost to put him in the game, bro? To have him
Right?
featured in a commercial for the game. Like, I mean, I know it's like Saudi funded and everything now, so they have money, but like, that can't be cheap, bro. Like, that's wild.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
mean, look, if they're your employers though, and you can get put into a fighting game, fuck it. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Pretty wild, man. Pretty crazy. I was just thinking, like, if 1% of his Instagram followers buy the game, they'll sell 65 million copies, dude. Like, that would be the
Yeah.
biggest selling fighting game of all time.
That's actually a
Yeah, what the
possibility, too.
fuck? But yeah, when you put it
Just
that
knowing people
way,
would buy the game
Yeah.
just for him.
I don't know. I have
Holy
no idea what
shit.
his. I mean, even half of that, even if 0.5% of his Instagram followers would buy the game, that would be 30 something million, which is still bigger than most fighting games, if not all.
I can't wait to be the best Ronaldo player and then like meet him in real life and then be like, I don't even know you.
He's like, hey,
Never
you're
even-
that soccer guy, right? Yeah.
I heard you're the I said I heard you're the LeBron of foot basketball. I'm sure that would go over
foot
well with him.
basketball. Oh my god. Damn.
I'm sure he loves that. Big fan.
Yeah, the beta's also going on right now too for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Second beta. That's been
Did you guys
fun.
try that? Because I had matchmaking issues last night. Did you guys have
Dude,
issues?
I was
Didn't play.
I played a lobby for like 2 hours and then I did online ranked or whatever, and I've been getting matches nonstop. It was good.
Oh, there you go. Sick.
Yeah.
That's
It was
good to hear.
for me,
Yeah, 'cause
honestly. But
it's gonna be on for like I think the next like 4 or 5 days. So go check that out.
But then that was also my same experience with beta 1. Day 1, great, getting a lot of matches. And then end of the beta, it was getting rougher and rougher. It's just like every day felt like way less matches. And
Yeah, I heard there was
We'll
a
see
lot of
though.
nerfs across the like. I looked
There are
like,
definitely
'cause I
some
was playing
nerfs.
Cherry.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I heard a lot though. Like a lot of characters got nerfed in their combos.
yeah, they did. Yeah, Preacha
Okay.
got her mid-screen B&B doesn't work anymore. Like
Mhm.
she has a bunch of different stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, really
It
interested. to
still
see how
feels
that plays
cheap.
out.
It's just like I think they just nerfed down whatever combos they noticed was like doing too much damage early on.
Mhm.
Uh,
But yeah.
Kenny's asking if we have to sign up for the beta. You don't have to sign up. You just go download it.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
super. Yeah, just go to the store and then go to their page on Steam and then just click play now and then you'll download it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Season 2 talk. Pakistan versus Korea went down. NA versus EU 10v10 coming up sometimes this year. Fatal Fury beta out right now. Also have 2XKO next month. Beta or alpha coming back as well.
Yeah.
So look out for that.
Smaller beta too. So if you,
Oh yeah, it's only like 2-3 days or something. I think it's like 18th to
then-
20th. Yeah.
I think they said that they're not going to invite as many people as they did last time.
Oh,
So
interesting.
But I think if
You might
you're
not-
in the first one, you're already in, right?
and
hope
I
so.
think it said I think it said you're automatically like in the application
In the
but
running,
you're
but not
yeah,
guaranteed.
you're not guaranteed a spot.
What?
Yeah.
I'm about to
It's only-
DM
it's-
Unconquerable. I need it, bro. Dude, I actually need it. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that. But yeah, that's going to be it for episode 58. So where can they follow you guys at? Rip and Ricky. Rip.
Repaul on Twitter, REEPAL. Also, level up your game on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube.
Oh, and Ricky.
Rickstah, Twitter, Twitch, and that's it.
Yeah, and
Old ass
Please.
Boomer on TikTok.
That's crazy.
It
It's real though.
It be do. But oh yeah, and for me, it's just the name is MYK on Twitch and Twitter mostly. But our favorite section of the podcast,
Yeah.
bitch callings. Any of you guys got a good one?
I'll
This
go
whole
last.
episode.
Damn! Wow.
It felt like that.
The entire thing was one.
I mean, it felt like that's what this whole episode was all about, right? Just hating on shit.
Who was hating?
I
said
think
I love
we were
Tekken.
being critical, like
Yeah, that's true.
I
I hate that
valid.
change of. I hate that king throw break thing. It's like it just makes no sense to me. Why is it even in the game? But
Yeah.
I'm gonna call out morals right now for bringing up Josh Giddey. The Lakers lost today in the most bullshit way, and I was so happy to do this podcast. I'm not even lying because it got my mind off the game because the game was so shit, and I was like, oh god, let me do this podcast because I need to forget about that. The Lakers were up 5 with like 10 seconds left to go. They gave up two threes in like 4 seconds. They got a layup. They were up 1, and then Josh Giddey hits a running 3 from half court to win the game. All that happened in the last 10 seconds.
Crazy.
Damn.
Fucking morals.
Mike, you got something?
I guess the guy that said, I don't know, just like Twitter craziness. I guess people chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
But no, it's fair. Like, I think it's fine to be like, critical and stuff like that. But then I saw one dude's comment, like, for no reason, it's like, yeah, fuck those Namco commentators. They're just gonna suck them off anyways. And I'm like, what? Like, I've been like fucking critical as fuck about like these fucking
weren't
changes.
talking about you, Mike.
I know, I understand, but it's like such a broad statement. Just like,
Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't like being put under the umbrella. I got
I'm like, what do you say? Fuck! I felt like 50 Cent to me. I'm like, what do you say? Fuck me for? What I do?
I mean, Andy can put out one tweet where he was just like, just let's wait for season 2 to come out, and then like. Was it like a couple hours later? He's like, so I got my Namco shilling check. Anyone else get theirs? And it's just like, I'm assuming he only said that because he probably got a bunch of people calling him a shill and shit.
No,
and it's
in
like,
that same tweet of Anakin's,
those
Mateo
people did
replied.
chill.
Mateo
Oh, yeah.
replied, and he was like, "I got a cease and desist."
Yeah, I saw that. Mateo was sick. Mateo was going in on Twitter. I was like, God damn, I forgot how much.
I haven't seen that guy tweet a lot about Tekken in a while, and he still plays. I watched him play Anakin on stream the other day, and he's still really good with Fang.
Mhm. Yeah, he's been playing.
You could tell he
I see him playing with Anakin all the time.
With the game.
Mhm.
That's sick though. I mean, he's still a Tekken player by heart.
That's the whole point with all of us, man. We're all Tekken players at heart, and shit hurts, man.
That's why it hurts so much.
Yeah, that's why it hurts.
We don't want to see this game
Yeah.
suck.
Fucking chip damage on throw breaks. Whoever made that decision, fuck that guy too. Like, what the fuck are you smoking, dude?
Wow. I mean, yeah. And there's no key charge anymore. It's gone
Let it out,
forever.
bro. Let it out, man.
It's still in the game. It's just it's not.
Shut
what
up,
it used-
Ricky.
It's not what it
it's
used to
not-
be, dude. It's like watching. It's like.
That's like saying back rolls are still in the game, Ricky.
It's like watching Metallica try to
Back rolls are
do
still in the game.
fucking Enter Sandman today, man. It's
jump,
like you know that shit ain't the same.
Still good enough. All right. But look, over the last few years, I think in this kind of a situation, I would have probably exploded. I feel like I've grown as a human. I feel like I'm much better at handling the situations now. So I'll say,
Rip.
yeah, mature rip,
There you
like,
go.
yeah, it's supposed to be a bitch call, but no, we'll go the opposite way. We'll say, I love Tekken, right? I've loved Tekken since like 1995, which is like 30 years of loving Tekken, right? You guys all know this. Everyone's here watching this knows that I love Tekken. But there's something else I also love that you guys may not know. I love Soul Calibur. And I've had this idea. Like Soul Calibur, Mike, you said it was dead earlier. Yeah, all right, there's no Soul Calibur game out. But you know what? Bandai Namco still has a bunch of Soul Calibur developers around. So I think they should gather up all the amazing Soul Calibur talent they have and put them together and bring back Soul Calibur. While we still got all the best Soul Calibur devs there, get them all working on Soul Calibur 7. Soul Calibur forever. I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah, you know what? And Europe would be so happy too because they fucking love Soul Calibur. You know all those French people that would fucking slobber on whoever's making Soul Calibur's novels?
Nightmare. My soul still burns.
I'm just saying, I think it's a good idea.
Hey,
bring back Soul Calibur. Bring back Soul
Calibur. Just blame the pandemic on why it died the first time. Yeah. It is actually the pandemic's fault, right?
Look, I think that might be the best thought Rip has ever had in his entire life. Bringing back Soul Calibur might revitalize so much.
See you guys next time. That's the BOOMcast.
Later.
That was sick.